Not late. Here exactly where I need to be. Anyway, good evening, troopers. Commander on deck. Welcome, welcome. ATI, hope you're doing good. But yep, it's time for the weekly debrief. Hope everyone's excited like I am. A lot of good stories today, or this week. Usual nonsense like usual. Anyway, I'm good. I took a nap. I feel like I'm most days before stream, I take like a short nap. I end up like being a little late, just a little bit. Also, I have to get like when our first topic. Okay, no, we're not doing that. But I do have what was I gonna say? I don't know. It depends on what the first topic is. It depends on the first topic. But I was gonna say the oh shit, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, a lot of good stuff today. That's gonna get God. It depends. It might actually be first topic. I don't know. It's a topic that I'm interested in. I kind of wish my Yumi was here because like maybe I'll save that for later and maybe my Yumi will stop by because like it's kind of like her purview, so she might be interested in talking about it. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, how long does Blind Now last? Only 10 minutes. It's always been 10 minutes. It's the same on I should put a description. Actually, I don't know if there is a description, but on Kick. Is it on Kick? Either way, it's supposed to be like 10 minutes, that's it. Anyway. But yeah, a lot to go over this week. I'm gonna get in trouble. There's two like the forbidden topics that you're not supposed to like talk about at all. You're not supposed to question this particular group. You already probably can guess which group I'm talking about. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be last 3 hours. Yeah, stream is usually 3 hours. Might be a little more, a little less, depending on what happens. But why? What are you planning? Anyway, but yeah, lots of topics to talk about. God, it's gonna be, and like there's two that like particularly, well, all of them like matter to me. Like I wouldn't talk about it if I didn't care. But a lot of them are very what do you call it? What's the word? They're all very there's like two in particular that are like they like hit close to home. There's stuff that I talk about like a lot, so I was like, this is gonna be weird. Anyway, let's get into it. Let me turn on my music real quick. Oh, it's really loud. I need to lower that. God, I love Usagi flip. It's so fucking cute. Anyway. Which one should we start with? One of the bigger ones first, or you know what? Let's start with the bigger one. The one that like I've been like more kind of like invested in. Let's do that. So I need 18,000. And string easy last 3. You can't chain together a whole Blind Now. There's like there is a cooldown on it. I think I have it set to like at least 30 minutes or something like that. You can't do it at a Blind Now immediately. I should probably set it to 40 minutes actually. Like cringe, shut up. Anyway, I should probably set it to 40 minutes because like you get 10 minutes of the actual Blind Now and then 30 minutes of the cooldown. Yeah, pout. Shut up. Oh shit, I forgot to change that. Hold on. I love Ayara's ass, but I need to. You guys need to look at my ass this time. Hold on, let's find appropriate art. I'll pick something with ass on it, sure. I already kind of used that one recently. Okay, we use Patriot now. Let's see. Transform, flip, something. There we go. Yeah, Patriot Banui. There it is. I love it. One of my favorite. This is one of my favorite pieces, honestly. I fucking love Patriot Banui. Anyway, make sure cow is in a good spot too. That's the song to stop. I didn't say it could stop. Also, hey Snowy and Templar, welcome. Hope you guys are doing good. It's gonna get, it's gonna get weird. Good. I heard shut up, then I joined. What happened? No, I'm yelling at at TOA because he's trying to like game the system so you can get like infinite. I think what he wants to do, he wants to like chain blind now, so I can be. He's hoping like I'm assuming what he wants to do is like for the next stream we have with Royan for Halo, Cursed Halo, he wants me to be blind the entire time. Which is just, no, you can't do that. I'm not gonna let you do that. There's a cooldown, and I will extend it if I have to. You don't get to do that. Sorry. The cake is back anyway. So good. Glad you enjoy it. Welcome, welcome. Being cringe. Shut up. I have to have some semblance of order in this army. I mean, you guys will fight me every step of the way there. What's that? What happened here? I'm a little concerned about that. Especially because, like, God, we might talk about this. If it's what I think it's about, we might talk about that. Hold on, we'll get to that in a bit. Anyway, the Callously was censoring something. No, it wasn't. It's only covered my ear. There's something there. Return to Stumpy Balls. What do you mean? It's not Stumpy. It's just there. Let it sit. It needs time to grow. Just tap 2 islands. Like it would be a funny stream. You act like it wouldn't be a funny. Yeah, it would be, but like I want to play the game. I want to win it. I don't want us to be stuck on one level for like 2 hours. That's not fun. We're already doing legendary. Is that not enough? With like all the wacky mods and everything. Anyway. There's that a little bit. Anyway, but yeah, it's weekly debrief, and like we have quite a few topics. The first one I want to go over real quick. Oh, we're gonna be here for a while. The Nikkei X Persona collab debacle, and like how everyone is kind of like losing their mind over it. Like, well, not everyone, but there's not enough people talking about this, honestly. Like Bear went over it. I think Chibi talked about it a little bit too, but like. There's not enough like pushback against this nonsense, like especially because like it really speaks ill for what the future of like the Persona series is about. Let me like just show you forecast. I want to see the characters, not that. Let's see. Actually, Persona 5 might be better. There we go. Yeah, so, well, no, there's no bowls to speak of. Yes, there is! It's right there! When you loaded the PNG in, it was big and the cow was positioned perfectly in front of the bows part. So, oh, okay. So it was a little... Look, if you want to see it, it's right there. God damn it. You're making me get distracted. It's right there. There's your bows, right there. Bigger. There. Okay, no more. Now we're getting into like scary territory. Twitch is gonna kill me. I should have done that. I'm gonna get in trouble. Anyway, there it is. You saw it. It's massive. That bulge was huge. You don't know. Anyway. I get in trouble for it because like I'm showing the bulge on stream and like I'm drawing attention to it and all that. I heard the story sucked for free. What do you mean for free? What story sucked? You mean for the collab? Multiple things. I am playing the game. I'm pretty open about the fact that I play. I need a better song for this actually. Something a little quieter. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. I play Nikkei. It's probably it's the 2 gacha games I'm playing right now. That one and Blue Archive. And I love the game. I love the series. I always say how I've always said how like Nikkei is like the secret story hit regarding gacha games. Most gacha games have like pretty not bad, but like not like amazing storylines. Don't expect like Tolkien in the writing or anything like that, but Nikkei has like surprisingly good story writing. So that's what's really kept me going on it. Like, I obviously, you know, you come in for the titties and ass, but you stay for like the good story and like the darkness of the world and like the politics of the internal politics of the arc and all that good shit. Like it really like goes into like really dark places. It's actually a really, really good story. So you're telling me that the story's bad on top of like all this controversy, because like the majority of the controversy that people were talking about are regarding like the characters that they added in the update, and we'll go over that in a bit. Oh, for the Steam time. Oh yeah, we're gonna get in trouble because of let's see. Like, I'm just gonna show it to you. Oh, this? We're gonna get in trouble because of this. We're gonna talk about this very base VTuber. And also because of this. We're gonna get in a lot of trouble today. Remember, the forbidden topics. You're not allowed to question these people. And if you do, then you're just a phobe or whatever. Anyway, we're gonna get over that later. But for now, let me focus on my thing. There was no bows. Just kidding. You're a fucking liar. You call me like, oh my god, he's fucking, he has no penis. But then you're like, oh, he's so based. Like, pick a lane, Templar. Are you gonna glaze me or roast me? Make up your mind. We come for the Vanui models. We stay because Vanui is fun to watch. Thanks. Anyway, but yeah, back to the Persona thing. Again, it's primarily like, I'm not gonna really like watch the video with Vera. Really, I don't really need these. Oh yeah, that's something we should like go into. Anyway, so like I said, they are currently doing a collab on Nikke with Persona. It's a crossover collab, and they've done a few of these before. They've done like it with Resident Evil. They did it with Neon Genesis. What was another one they did that was really good? Oh, they did it with their own IP, Stellar Blade, because the company that made Stellar Blade also is making Nikke. Oh, they also did it with Nier. Nier and Stellar Blade were like the two best ones in my opinion for the crossover events. But this is arguably, in my opinion, is probably one of the worst ones. It's just okay, let's just go to like the evidence of it all. And it really just comes down to this, is that if you go into the characters, hey Mothman, welcome, hope you're doing good. It's been a while, hope you're doing alright. Is it too much to ask for both? For both glazing and and cheating on me? I guess not. Is there a more calming BGM? This would sound better for me with gaming. The calming BGM, let me see. This isn't bad. You just distracted me now. Okay, I'm just gonna go to my playlist. Okay, something better. Fine. We'll find something more calming. I mean, we're talking about Persona, right? Let's just do... Yeah, let's just do Heartbreak. Heartbeat. Full load. Okay, I meant to lower it a little bit. Little higher. Alright, that's fine. Falling apart. Oh, is this better? Is that better? I heard they had a Fate collab that sucked. Did they do Fate? I don't remember there being a Fate collab. I don't remember that, but I remember most of them being pretty good, though it seems like a lot of people... I'm sorry, Vera, I've got a really bad shot for her. But I remember like a lot of, like, there's like a common meme that's appearing in the discussions, and we'll... Oh my god, what is that a reference to? Shut up. Oh, Shinny, I thought you said something else. Okay. Anyway. God, you guys are distracting me. But yeah, the Persona thing. Nikke has done quite a few collabs. Some of them have been really good, some of them have been pretty bad. But it's really with this one that we're kind of like seeing like who was like in charge of everything going on regarding the event and everything. There's several characters that are in it. Yukiko, Makoto, and Aigis. And the biggest ones that people are like pointing to as like being really bad are, well, it's primarily Makoto, but also Yukiko is not particularly good either. Which is just because like, okay, like let's just go look at the this is an in-game photo of Makoto in Persona 5 Royal, and she is caked up. Like, this is what she actually looks like in the game. But then if you go into like the Nikkei collab, okay, keep in mind this came out like original Persona 5 came out in 2017. Persona 5 Royal came out. When did Royal come out? I can't spell release. The Royal release day 2022. So like that. No, 2020. Yeah, 2020. The original release day. So like that was like 6 years ago. 3 years after the original release of Persona 5. So like 2017, 2020, she looked like this, and in the year of our Lord, 2026, they did this to her. What the fuck? What are they doing? And this is like speaks like to like what they're like the current like vendetta or vendetta slash like course that Atlas and Sega are taking as of late because of all that. Oh yeah, and then there was like that other weird thing where apparently the chibi model has more cake than the chibi model has more cake than the actual it's not 2D. Technically the chibi is actually 3D, and this is like supposed to be like a live 2D sprite. But yeah, the full sprite is less caked up than the actual 3D model. And I went into the game, like I can't show it to you right now. I have to pull up the game, and I haven't updated it yet. But if you know Nikkei, when you're playing Nikkei, when your character is shooting at over the screen, their ass is shaking up and down. The jiggle physics are crazy with Nikkei. It's part of its selling point. Like that's what everyone was talking about when it first came out back in like 2022, I believe. That was the whole thing that Nikkei was like banking on to get people into the door. Like I said, you come in for the asses, you stay for like the dark storyline. And when you use Makoto, and you fire her weapon, there's like no movement whatsoever. It's like the very slightest little bit of movement right there at the very bottom. Like she has nothing. When again, I remind you, canonically, she used to look like this. This is how she used to look like. Hold on, let me like hide this for a quick second because I wanted to show you some like pictures. Of like some fan art that I saw regarding. Let's see. Let's see. There was like two in particular that really made me angry because these are kind of like canonical pictures. Okay, here's the first one. Let's go back here. Again, I have to like be like, I have to pick and choose what I can show you because it's Dan Burrow, and Dan Burrow can get really, really spicy and it can get me in trouble. It is what it is to make my nudity when our first topic. We might get there. I need like 20 minutes in. I need a t-shirt. What do you mean? I heard that Chibi model was still thick. Yeah. Looks like a pair of testes. Oh my god. I haven't heard that yet, but you know what? I can kind of see it, yeah. Like, my balls bounce more than her ass. Just saying. It's really fucking bad. Anyway, apparently this is an official artwork. I actually know the artist who... I don't know them, but I have commissioned this artist before. They did the... Actually, I can show you the art that they did for me. They did the Persona art, the one that I've been using for the longest time. They did this art. This is the same artist. And he was officially commissioned by also, why is it flipped? Let me flip that back. Like, why does it look wrong? There you go. Yeah, he commissioned, I commissioned him for this artwork. This artwork that we've been using for the longest time was made by the same artist who did this one. And this is an official artwork that Atlas not Atlas, well, Atlas I guess as well, but Atlas and particularly Shift Up commissioned for this event. This is an official artwork. Notice something very strange about this piece. What is that right there? Why does she have cake? Why does Makoto have an ass? That's not real. This is the canon Makoto in the game. This is a lie. This is fake. This is fucking fake news. This official piece of artwork that was commissioned for this game, for this event, is lying to you. Now, I don't blame the artist. I think the artist was probably using references from, like, this one, from the original game, and, you know, like, actual, like, proper Makoto artwork, and, you know, looking at her costume. If you, like, actually look at Makoto's costume. Queen... Did I spell it wrong? Yeah, if you actually, like, look at Makoto's costume, give me, like, the wiki, preferably. Oh my god, like, her freaking Figma has more ass than her. Give me the back shots. Her Figma is more caked up. Because, like, this is how she always was. Makoto always was in this, like, super tight-knit outfit. To make her... With her ass out and everything. She rides a motorcycle. Like, this is accurate, by the way. Makoto rides a motorcycle. Her persona is a motorcycle. She's also, like, license holder. She rides a motorcycle in real life. You know what I mean? Like, in her day-to-day, she rides a motorcycle. She's kind of like... They were trying to, like, basically revive, the feel of Mitsuru, I believe. Because Mitsuru was also a class president. Who rode on a motorcycle and all that, but they were really leaning into it with like Mad Max leather, tight outfits and all that. Like that's what they're going for with Makoto. And then they decided like years later that nah, we can't do that anymore. Atlas has decided that this is not good anymore. We cannot have this. We cannot have Cake the Makoto. We need to change it to this. And with recent, like, all, like, the shit happening around Sega, we already went over, like, the Persona 5 or Persona 4 revival trailer, like, cutting out a big chunk of it at the beginning, because they didn't want to show, Reset in a swimsuit to the Western fan base, because, like, how dare, we don't want to, like, fucking scare them or anything. It's just... God, this is so fucking sad. We should have caked in this event instead. I would belong more in this event, honestly. Because I'm way more caked up than what they did with Makoto. Like, just don't have freaking Atlas in charge, because they might decide to do it to me. And a lot of people are pointing this out. I pointed this out, by the way. I have my own Twitter post around here. One of these is mine, right? Yeah, this is mine. I pulled this thing up, because we talked about it. I mentioned how Huckenberg, Hulkenberg, this beautiful elf woman with like this startling red hair, like elf Nidus. And they gave her like this awesome outfit. Like I feel like, is the model more caked up than the actual character? I bet it is. It is! This isn't true! This is a lie! Ew, knife ears. I know. Like this is... Let's stuff the fantasy racism for like 5 seconds so we can so I can make my point. Even the model, the official model. I'm pretty sure this is official. Let me make sure. Look at the release on the shipping cost for the Lucid Knight helping merge on Veil's a scale figure. Package, yep. Oh, it already came out, by the way. You can't get this anymore. Long animation series. Yeah, from the movie Metaphor. It just looks like an official product. This is an official model for this character. And again, this is a beautiful model. It looks fantastic. The details, the sheen of it all. He has like, I think that's like one of her better weapons. He uses like halberds and shit. And like arguably most importantly, she's caked the fuck up. Like, look at her. She's got all of it. But then, if you actually go to the actual game, this is what she looks like. She's flat as a fucking board. Again, this is like beta footage. This is like before the official release. This is the final full release of the game. I own the full release of the game, and I was just as disappointed when I saw this. Like, what the hell are they doing? I'm a Nord. Of course you are. Don't ask a Nord who his girlfriend is. Side-eyeing the dark elf in the back of the room. Minoidoro. That's one thing I do want to get made. Or I could probably draw it myself when I think about it. I might do it. Anyway. Never actually most racist elf who has stop the fantasy racism, it's like the fantasy breeding. Yes, you can correct the elves by breeding them. I mean, what? Anyway. Hey, good sir. Welcome, welcome. What do you mean? How am I lying? I am telling the truth here. Again, like this official model is lying to you because this is what she looks like in the game. This is the official thing, and like I remember looking for like the longest term. I've been looking for the longest time. Like, did anyone make a butt mod for her? Not really, because all like the attempts at fixing it are basically just yeah, they're just like texture mods. They don't actually like go in and properly model it. This is a texture. The original version right here, this was a 3D model. They modeled her ass to be nice and curvy and voluptuous, and then they flattened it out. The only thing that people have been able to do, because Unreal Engine sucks, is just like kind of like put a band-aid on it basically with a texture over it. And again, like here it is. This is another thing that like makes me like really fucking scared for like the future of like not FromSoft, for Atlas products. Not only is Atlas and Sega kind of like is shitting the bed, ruining it for everybody with stuff like this and this. Yeah, again, the chibi model is more caked up than the freaking real one. And stuff like this. But there doesn't seem to be any desire within the community to fix it. There's a whole ass mod that adds the female protagonist from Persona 3 Portable and make her playable. The FMC Reloaded project. They went through the fucking trouble to do this, to add in, to make a whole new model, to make all the graphics pink and everything, because like that's how it was when you played as the FMC and P3R. Add her into all the events. They gave her a sprite. Like, this is amazing. Oh, like, look, she's a girl, so she hangs out with the girls during, like, you know, like, female exclusive scenes, like, you know, baiting together, because, like, that's just, you know, that makes sense. They went through all this trouble, yet this person, like, not to, like, be mean to them, I'm gonna, like, hide their name if I can. I don't want to be mean to them. But, like, they're willing to go through all this trouble, but they can't... But no one's willing to like just step up and like fix this. This is tiny. This is like a tiny little thing that can be fixed compared to like all this. And again, not to disparage their work or like or pretend that, or like to say that. Okay, I just saw the background there. What the fuck? That's a bit of narcissistic, just saying. I mean, it's kind of cool, but also kind of narcissistic. Like, imagine having posters of yourself. I mean, if I had a poster of myself, I probably would put it up. Anyway, but that's a lot. Anyway, the point is, all this effort for this, and then, I don't know, and then nobody's willing to, like, step up and, like, just fix Metaphor's ass. and or to like or to port in a cutscene from the original Persona 3. Remember we talked about like the broken cutscene in P3R where they censored the shower scene with Yukari? Like, it wouldn't be like a fix, but it would be like at least a decent bandage. Just port over the original cutscene and add that in. It would be like lower quality and clearly not as good. But as far as I'm aware, no one's ever tried to do that. Or even easier, technically, because it's just dialogue. Fix the dialogue in the beach scene so as to not to add back in the trans woman that was giving advice to the boys instead of like making her a conspiracy theorist, which was really a weird fucking change. Why did they do that? Like, these are all relatively small compared to like this. Again, I don't want to be mean to this person or say that they're or like demand that they need to work on the project I want them to work on. It's just like really, really dumb that not that it's dumb, it's frustrating that it seems like the community doesn't care to try to fix these. Like, this is one of the things I was like kind of like okay with getting Metaphor and Persona 3R on a Reload on PC, because I was just telling myself, like, you know what, even if it's fucked up, even if they censor some stuff, eventually somebody will come along and fix it. Somebody will come along and re-add it in, or fix the dialogue, or do rework on the models to make them better. But no one's fucking done it, and it's just infinitely frustrating that nobody seems to care. And that's why I guess that's another really big thing about this whole this thing with Atlas. Like, it doesn't seem that people want to like talk about or try to fix it. There's not nearly enough people coming in. Like here, like this post, they're asking for feedback about the event. Like, hey, tell us what's going on. And like, you know, admittedly, there's a lot of people like coming in and like, you know, pointing out like, why did you do this? Why did you like, yeah, here, another like official model. This model is from like, you know, like 2 or 3 years ago, probably older. I think this is like closer to like when Persona 3 originally, Persona 5 originally released, like 2017, 2018. But like, this is like such a short span of time, relatively short. I guess it's been like close to a decade. Persona 5 is gonna turn 10 next year. God, we're fucking old. But like within a decade, they decided that this isn't okay anymore. We need to do this now. And then the fact that like it just feels like there's not enough people fighting back against it. Like, again, like only like 420 comments versus 2.7k likes on like they're actively asking, hey, give us feedback, tell us what we did wrong, and people aren't doing it. They're barely coming in. Like, I spoke up, and again, a lot of people are speaking up, but it's just so minor. It just seems like the people, I'm getting blackpilled, guys. It just feels like the majority of the people who are talking about, who are still invested in Persona, are the people who are complacent in this bullshit. They see this and they're like, it's okay, I'm okay with this. Or like, I'm glad they did it because she's a minor. She's 17, guys. Why do you want to see her with a big ass or blah 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 blah? Like, they're actively letting them like just run over us, and they're not like fighting it, and just so fucking frustrating. And then again, like, even if the thing is on PC, if the game is on PC and you can like mod it and fix it, they're not putting the effort into it. Like, again, like, this is a awesome mod. I might play it someday because like I kind of want to play as the Pimsy. Like, just for myself. Like, I'll probably do like a personal playthrough playing as the female protagonist for Persona 3. But like, this is so much bigger than like, you know, changing some text or adjusting a model slightly. And it's just, it's like, I feel like a madman. I'm the only one who cares. And it's just really, like I said, I'm getting blackpilled over this. And that's why it's like so like, I appreciate people like Vera bringing it up, but like, Vera isn't like me. She's not like obsessed with Persona. She's not She's not invested. She, like, not to say that she doesn't care, but like, I've grown up with the series since 4. When I was first introduced to it in 4. And I feel like it's being taken away from me, and I'm like one of the only people who's like fighting back against it. Like I said, I just feel like I'm losing my mind. Anyway, sorry, let me go back to your chat. What are you guys are saying? Working on a ready or likes the flatness. I don't know, and I don't want to like go on like a I don't want to, not a witch hunt, but I just don't want to like this is their project. Like I'm okay if this is what they want to work on. Like this is what they care about. Like that's fine. Like just because you make one mod doesn't mean you're responsible for making another mod. Like I don't expect you, like just because you like I'm not wrong. Like again, don't go harassing this person, Mad Max 1960. Like don't go bothering them. But this person probably could fix it. They, whatever. They could probably go into Metaphor and fix this. Make a new model and or touch up Huckenberg's model and make her ass fat again. Because like to do this, again, he basically made a brand new model for the female MC. There she is. She has like alternate clothing and everything. And keep in mind, like the main character has quite a few outfit changes. Like he gave her a winter outfit too. Like these are all brand new. Like they went through the trouble to like get everything put together to like make it a proper summer wear, casual summer wear, winter casual wear. Both winter and summer school wear. Alternate outfits, like the maid outfits and all that. Like I imagine a lot of it could be like copy and pasted, but overall it's still, you still have to do some modeling on your own. So like, could this person fix it? Yes, I'm pretty confident that they could. But it's not their responsibility. I'm not gonna say like it is or anything like that. It's just frustrating that like it's seeing something like this. Like this is a massive project. And this, in comparison, is tiny, and nobody's come up to like try to fix it. And it just makes me think like, do I need to learn Blender? Do I have to do it? Because like I might have to at this point, because like no one else seems to care. And I'll put it on Nexus. I'll put it on Banana Gaming, whatever that other site was, because this is just getting infinitely frustrating. Like who, if like. Do I need to pull a Thanos moment of like, fine, I'll do it myself? I don't know. Is a modder defending the change? No. I'm not saying that they are defending the change. It's just that like I'm just frustrated that like clearly there are talented people out there who can do it, but I'm the only one who seems to care. And like. And it just seems like the best. Like I've spoken about like how like I go see like trailers and like theory videos. Like people are like already talking about Persona 6, right? Because like we already got the announcement trailers, and a lot of like I can just show you. Let me pull up another. That is flat. I know. Also, welcome, Scotty. Sorry, I'm ranting, so I got distracted. I heard something about conspiracy theory and advice. What do you mean? What's conspiracy theory? Is this conspiracy that everyone's against me? Maybe it is. Sega and Alice need to do better with their IPs. I know, like that's another thing too. That's part of the look. First, let me like get to this part. Persona 6. We only have the teaser trailer. This is the only thing we have. We already went over this, like we talked about it a little bit. Like the ideas of like what's going on here. Let's see. So you're gonna be free from being melted by Alice. Okay, I agree with that. They're gonna find here, damn. That was mines. Yeah, nobody's talking. Like, there's almost nobody mentioning. Like, I hope they don't censor this. or anything like that. They dropped the scary out trailers when they're trying to make the siege scary, joke it early. And like, I don't want to be like I don't want to like kill the excitement or anything, but like nobody, no level of skepticism. It's just like, I mean, I get funny jokes about like, oh my god, like Joker and the fantasies are finally free. They don't have to be melts for like for another 10 years or so, whatever. Getting bleeped and then being like, well, whatever, man. Here you go. Your parents died. Your parents got a new job. You got arrested. You rose from the dead. Okay. I literally finished high school, college, fell in love, and got married and had a kid in the time it took for them to make this. It was 10 years, so like I'm not surprised. Revival episode 6 in 1 day. This is insane. Yeah, like again, like it's just like no questioning. The most, and then we look at like the Rise trailer. We already went over this and how the opening doesn't show her in the bikini. I'm like one of the only people who brings it up. Like the top comments are like, Narukami looked at the sign in one frame. Fair for you to throw. Yeah, instinctively. See, like nobody is talking about it. Okay, here's like some people that I liked. American trailer here is censored to the Japanese one for Bony Atlas, which is the version. Why is this version censored? Why is this trailer different from the Japanese version? Why is the Western trailer? Okay, so like there are some people calling it out, but like the vast majority of people don't seem to care or question. They just like, okay, slop, put it in my mouth already, daddy. It's like they don't. Nobody wants to fucking like call it out or even like question it even the littlest bit. Like it was me and like what 4 or 5 people, and again like the biggest like is like 3.6k, whereas like the other, like the me and the other 5 people, like we have like what, maybe like 100 likes between us. So like, so what, like maybe this trailer has like 294k 294k views, and it seems like only like 100 people out of like 300k are like, wait a minute, this is kind of fishy. Why did you do that? Like, what happened to that one part of the trailer? Why did you censor it? Where's Risa in her bikini? What are you doing with the future of this franchise? Are you getting rid of the fan service? So it seems like I said, it feels like I'm the only person who cares about all this stuff. 10 minutes left. Stop. Isn't Persona filled with normies? Yeah, like that's the thing. Like that's what I've been saying for like the longest time. Like Persona has been like, Fire Emblem and Persona are like the 2 classic series that have become just like normie infested. It just feels like the vast majority of like people in the franchise are people who are complacent or don't care about these changes. It's just like, oh, it's Persona, so I want it. It's the mentality, like they either have like it's good mentality, which is worse, or they have the complacency mentality, which is not as bad but still awful. It's the GTA 6 mentality that I like to call it. Who cares if it's $100? Who cares if it's not worth the buck? Who cares if I'm being fucking brutalized and being taken advantage of? It's the next thing in the series that defined my childhood. Therefore, I'm gonna fork over the money and not actually think about it or question it or demand better. I'm just gonna take it because it has the right label on it, basically. And they're basically following through with the Persona series now. It's just, God. And I feel like the vast majority of the people who are it's the vocal minority thing, right? The people who are seeing these changes and are like, oh, that's good, I'm glad that they're doing it. They're the vocal minority. The vast majority of people in the game, the vast majority are people who just don't care. They're just complacent. Like the GTA 6 types who just eat the slop because the slop has the correct label on it. the second biggest group is the vocal minority, and I feel like I'm part of the smallest group. At least it feels that way. The ones who are actually like not happy with this and want a return to form. But again, it doesn't seem like anybody cares. Because like it doesn't seem like anyone talks about it, and then when they have a chance to fix it or go like mods, nobody does anything. It's just left to fester. Nobody bothers changing the models, changing back dialogue, uncensoring dialogue, or adding in uncensored scenes. Like it's all just left to fester. They don't seem to care. The real ones will fix it. Yeah, like that's the problem, Scotty. Like it doesn't seem like anybody's doing that. Like I've been waiting on a Metaphor came out. When did Metaphor come out? I think 2022. 2024. Okay, it's been 2 years. Well, it's gonna be 2 years this October. Okay, so it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years and nobody has fixed this yet. This was the original beta version of her model. This is her current version, and to this date, this is what it looks like. I did show that somebody made like a kind of low effort texture mod, which adds like, you know, butt cheek lines, but it's just a texture. This is to make it look right. It needs to be a 3D model. They need to go in, pull her model up and texture and like, you know, form those cheeks properly. Unfortunately, that's a lot more effort. That takes more work, and it doesn't seem like anybody wants to like put the effort to do that. That's what I'm like. That's what I'm getting mad at. They should redo the intro, but it's dead. God damn it. I wouldn't mind. Like if I could afford like animators, I would probably do something like that. This is a re-release, right? No. Metaphor is like the newest game. Like it's the brand new game. If you're talking about Metaphor, but if you're talking about Revival, yeah, the trailer for Revival. Sorry, I'm trying to get to like all your comments. Yeah, this one. But yeah, this is for like the remake for Persona 4. I'll take, but P5 is better than Royal. I think Royal made the game way too easy. P3R sucks. P4R will suck. The original P4 is better than Golden, and P3P is the best Persona game. I mean, I'm just worried about like the censorship of it. Like I still think that the story is still the most important part about Persona games, and I like the story in Royal. So I like that one generally more. Is it easier? Maybe. I can't really say for sure. I only played through each of them once. But my problem with them is just like the censorship of it all. It's just like, and it's just frustrating of that part and all of that. This Persona game. Okay, yes. Scotty, could you just retexture the old game and not buy the new one? But I mean, it's we kind of already have that with Persona 4 Golden, which I do own, and I love that version a lot. But like, there's some cool stuff that are coming in with Revival and all that. It's just says M64 owners are getting a lot of flack for just owning a console too. By the way, now. Oh, is it because of like the whole bullshit with the people who made it or whatever? I heard about that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what the CEO does as like a side hustle. Oh my god, war crime, whatever. I don't care. It's looking stupid. It's a fucking video game console. I bought it because it's a video game console. They could just be in a let the bad game rot mentality. I don't know, maybe, but like the problem with that mentality is just that like things aren't gonna change unless you speak up against it, but also like nobody wants to speak up, and like I guess like those are the people like I'm trying to appeal to. Which is the ones you're talking about too, Tia, the silent majority. And usually like that's fine. Like for games like Marathon, you know, like that's dying due to apathy, because apathy is the worst thing you can bring out in people if you want to bring revenue and attention to yourself. Like there's a reason why the phrase like there's like all all coverage is good coverage, even if it's like negative coverage, because at least you're getting eyes on yourself, at least you're getting traffic, at least you're getting people to pay attention to you. Whereas apathy, you're getting no attention whatsoever, and that will just fucking kill you. Also, here you go, Snowy. Thank you for the redeem. Mwah. If you're trying to comfort me, I appreciate it. Thank you. Take your time out. Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to get to everything, but I think I'm catching up. I don't give a fuck either. But it's updates too, and how it's not up to par with the A3D as well. It's like, don't kill my bike. Like, it's still getting updated, and again, I still appreciate like the look of it and the. I'm looking at it right now, so on my desk. The look of it and the price tag is just way better than the other company. I brought up the A3D. Yeah, that one's just like bad. And, like I don't agree with the price. I don't agree with the like the subscription model. I heard how they left people on a subscription list for like over a year, and then right before they release, they're like, oh, by the way, we have these really cool like limited edition retro colors. Oh, but you already pre-ordered our plain black and white ones. Well, I guess you're gonna have to pre-order again if you want these versions. And, like, really? That was like really scummy. They have really scummy little practices like that. But he's always posting around. Appreciate it. Thank you, Tenspire. But like, yeah, like again, I'm just kind of like doomer mode, and like, this is not an accident. This is by design. Like, they are doing this deliberately. All this nonsense here. Like, I got distracted, but like, I want to bring up this like interview where the director of Metaphor himself said it's coming to a turning point. Persona Metaphor director says Alice RPGs must attract a wider audience. That is the fucking death blow. Like, they are straight up just saying like, we want to attract more people. We want to attract the normies, and we want them to be buying our slop. We don't care if like we're killing the fan service, or if we're like we're damning our original practices and all that. We just want more money, even if it means we have to like fuck everything up. So like I'm worried about like the potential. I'm really worried about like the future of Persona 6, because like sex appeal is a big part of the series. I've mentioned before, like, if you want to like really shoot their argument in the foot and just like get it out of the way, just advance the characters to be like college age. Just make them all legal drinking age, and everyone just shut up. Don't talk about it more. Stop talking about it. It's no longer relevant. I don't know if they're willing to do that though, because, you know, the high school setting is very romanticized in Japan, and like, I understand why, but like, I kind of want to just move forward just a few years, like literally like 2-3 years, and then like the vast majority of their arguments will just like die and wither, because like apparently you can't have this anymore because technically this character is 17. And just like, it's a fucking video game. It's a fucking video game. But it's so integral to the style of the show, the series. Like, especially like 5, which was all about like being like sexy phantom thieves. Like, I remember like there was like a meme like, you and your friends are sexy thieves in the greatest city in the world, Tokyo. And like, oh my god, it's just god damn it. And we can't have that anymore. Pre-orders and stuff. Yeah. Atlas will get less for this in this release, and they will run back fan service once they see how little they make. I mean, I hope like the numbers start like going against them, but like, again, like, I feel so outnumbered, because every time, like, outside of like X and Twitter, because like X and Twitter, like, people don't want to hear it. If I'm sorry if this upsets you, but X and Twitter is like the one place where like people more balanced arguments are happening from both sides of the aisle, politically, and also, you know, in terms of like video games and culture and such and such. Like, you actually get like more proper equal takes. Like, you can see one side winning one day and then another side winning the other way. Whereas like on places like Blue Sky or what's the hellhole Reddit. They're the ones who are like, who see this and are like yucking it up. They love this. They fucking love this because like they've already decided in their minds that this is evil. This is evil. You can't have that. That's awful. So, but I'm just saying, like, outside of X, and if I go to like a YouTube video or anything like that, like I showed you some examples, the Reset trailer, everyone is just like, oh my god, this is gonna be amazing, like it's so cool, like oh my god, Reset's so pretty, like Yu's being so cute with his little fans and everything, and 5 people, myself included, only 5 people out of like 300,000 people who watched that video point out, wait, why did you censor the beginning of the trailer? Actually, let me show you what the trailer is supposed to look like. Here's the English trailer. Here's the Japanese trailer. Can you already see a difference? Here's the opening of the English trailer. Turn that off. Alright, so that was the opening of the English trailer. This is the Japanese trailer. I don't sorry, hit the mic. I don't know about you, but something was very odd about that trailer. I don't know. There was just something odd and strange about it. Hold on, can I like do this? Yeah, let's do this. Oh. That's odd. What are they doing? Anyway, I think I made my point. Like, what are they? and so, and then, and again, like, it seems like I'm the only one who cares about that. I mean, I think you guys care, which I appreciate, or at least like you're pretending to care and listening to my rants. But it's just, so they replace. I don't care. But then they would just bring up the male gaze argument and objectify women. Yeah, you're right, but like, God. But like, at least like that argument has been mostly like ignored to this point. Whereas like, you know, people like, if you bring up like, what about the children? If you do that argument, then there's still like, unfortunately, there's still a lot of idiots who will like, will at least like, at the very least, they'll stutter or they'll be taken aback a little bit. Like, whoa. Like, I don't want to objectify children or anything. That'd be weird. I'm not a weirdo or anything like that. And they feel the need to defend themselves on that. And so, like, that's why, like, they would lose a lot of momentum if they would just like move it into like college years. And I also said like how that could be used for like storytelling moments as well. It'd be like, again, like, you could have like heartfelt moments like in a bar. Again, like, I go back to like the Yakuza series where like the famous Dame Dane like song that was sung in a bar, like, you know, reminiscing about the death of lost friends. You could have like really emotional scenes like that, like in like adult settings. And so like, sure, just pump them up a few years, and then like a big chunk of the naysayers would be like shot down immediately. Like, obviously they're still gonna, like, we already talked about this, like, these people can never be satisfied. They will find something to bitch about, like, period. They will find something. Even if it was like the most sanitized game ever and it was all just blocks, just like speaking to each other, they would still find something to bitch about and say like how this is bad for insert X group here. Sorry, I'm hitting the mic. But at least they would lose a lot of momentum out of it. Bring out Catherine Atlas. God, I mean, I wouldn't mind like another like game in the series of Catherine. Maybe not Catherine herself, because like that story was told. We don't need a sequel. I think Catherine is a good, relatively simple open and shut game. Want to on actually going that way with X. Yeah, like that's one of the good things about X. Like Elon buying, like, again, people don't want to hear it, but Elon buying X was probably one of the biggest wins for free speech in the world, period, in history. The naysayers will always say that no, this is awful and terrible, like how could they let this happen? But those are the people who wanted to like tell people what they can and can't say. Those are the people who see that that chart of like freedom of speech in other countries, and they're gonna be like, yeah, the US is lower because they have too much free speech. Anyway, when a Chinese release will show uncensored with English subtitles? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Like, my working theory with Persona 4 Revival is that they are gonna... all those scenes are gonna be there still. They just don't want to show them in the trailers because they know, like, the silent the vocal minority, the ones who see this and start hissing and reading, are going to the ones who see this and then they're like, I like this is good, this is a good change. Those people are gonna see the trailers and then get angry, and they're listening. The problem is, like, those people have the bigger voices. It's the people who complain about it being too sexy and you're sexualizing minors, blah 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 bullshit, or it's the people who eat the slop no matter what it is. Those are the people they're listening to right now. And so that's why they're okay with appealing to them by censoring the trailer. But I still want to hope, or at least, like, I'm leaning towards that the final game will have the we'll still have, like, full content and everything. Like that cutscene with Rise on the beach in her bikini, I think that will still be in the English version of the game. It just won't be... they're just not gonna talk about it until the game is out. I have said that the big litmus test, Persona 4 opening. This is the litmus test. Let me show it to you. If you know, you know. You'll know. Oh wait, no. That's the wrong one. Is this the intro? Oh fuck, that's not it. Or this one. There it is, the Calorie Magic commercial. This happens at the very beginning of the game. At the very start. Oh my god, is this on IGN? What? IGN of all people are still preserving this. Also, 17 plus game. The game, yes, the characters are ranged between the ages of like 15 to like 17 usually. There are sometimes they're like one or two that are a little older, like 18 or older. But this is not a game for teenagers. This is a dark, sexually themed, hardcore game series. It's not for kids. It's in the fucking rating. Oh fuck. No, get that. Ah, damn it. Why do I keep misclicking? This is the... okay, let me just like play it real quick. But yeah, this is the opening cutscene to the game. You see this at the very beginning of the game. If you don't believe me, if you have Persona 4 Golden, just like open it up right now and you will see this cutscene. This happens within like the first like 5 minutes of you starting the game, before you even get to control your character. The litmus or the reset test. This happens right there. So we'll know. As soon as the game starts, we'll know. Like, they kind of damned themselves. Back in 2000, when did the game come out? 2000, the original game? 2011, something like that? No, even earlier, like 2009, the original Persona 4. If they weren't thinking about it back then, but I imagine, like, if they're considering like cutting this out, then they're thinking about it now. Because, like, remember, like, there's always like the 2-hour window. Like, okay, if you play a game for longer than 2 hours, you can't like return it anymore. This scene First 5 minutes. So people who buy the game will know, like, did you censor it within 5 minutes? So we'll see what happens. My theory is that, remember the Japanese reset trailer? This one we were just talking about. My theory is that this is gonna be the new trailer or the new opening for the game, because notice that she, yeah, if you notice, like, she's wearing the same exact swimsuit, the same stripes and everything. She's on a beach. I'm thinking that this is just like a remake of the trailer of the of that scene of the soda commercial. Which is fine. Like, I'm okay if they remake it. Like, you know, like, why remake a game if you're not gonna change anything, right? It looks better. She still looks adorable. Like, she's being like super energetic, and she's being reset. It's great. I love it. So my theory is that this is what we're gonna see in the opening of the game. Now, is that gonna be in the English or / Western release of the game? We'll see. Like I said, first 5 minutes. If they don't have it in the game within the first 5 minutes, we'll know. And I imagine a lot of people will be like, nah, I'm done. And they'll return it. They'll see a bunch of returns. Because, like, it's very, very obvious, like, whether or not the game has been censored right out the gate. So, again, at least we have, like, a canary in the coal mine, our litmus test, something to, like, help us from the beginning of the game to let us know, like, hey, are they gonna fuck us over or not? How far are we in? We're nearly an hour and a half in. God damn it. Okay. Is that like a puzzle game like a thing? That'd be cool. Look, I also want to actually look at real problematic shit like Roblox. Yeah, like the Roblox situation was like a big thing the past, I want to say like about like half a year ago to a year. It came and went though. Like, they don't care about actual, like, protecting actual children. Instead, they care about, you know, fictional characters like An or Makoto or Futaba. Like, we need to make sure that they're safe and make sure that they're not overly sexualized. Also, Hulkenberg's not even a teenager. Hulkenberg's like in her 30s at least, probably older, because actually, do we even know her age? She's probably like pushing 40. Let's see. Yeah. Just show it. Do we know her age? Country. United Kingdom. Oh, different United Kingdom. I guess we don't know. 29. No, she's not. She's older than that. Whatever. The point is, she's not a kid. But they still felt the need to do this to her. Like, again, she's either in her 30s or pushing 40s, going off of what I saw in the trailers and what I played of the game. But they still felt the need to, like, censor her, which is just... So, like, it's not even an argument of, like, oh, protect the kids anymore. No, this is a grown-ass woman. And they still censored her. They still felt the need to, like, to fuck her up. Not even fuck her up. They still felt the need to ruin her design. Like, why? Like, they gave her hot pants and everything, and it's like, no. Make her flat as a board. God, what is happening? They want to feel like just man without doing any of the real work. That's a good way of putting it. It's just to make themselves feel like they're doing, like, they're righteous, but not actually, like, put the work into, you know, actually doing righteous things. She looks like Gara. I am. Oh, goddamn. Scrolls Online is like that. It needs to be downloaded twice, but it counts as playing. It's a pretty big game. Really? That is such a scummy move. Like, I've heard of, like, companies, like, going through, like, jumping through hoops to try to, like, guarantee that you play that first 2 hours. Because, like, and then they even openly stated it, like, oh, we're gonna have, like, insert political hot take here. It's gonna be in the game, but it's not gonna be up here until, like, I don't know, 5 or 10 hours in. So you have to play past that 2-hour mark until you get to the thing that makes you angry and make you realize you bought a product you don't want to support. And then it's too late to return it. You just have to like absorb it at that point. Again, this is why like we need better it's not, I'm not saying that we should be able to just like return games willy-nilly, because like, you know, I don't really agree with like people, excuse me, who like buy a game, beat it in like an hour and then return it right away. Like, oh, I got what I wanted out of it. Because like because it hurts like indie devs and such. But like there really needs to be like a precedent for gamers to be able to like return a game if it's like a defective product. Like if you sign up for, again, this is like why Stop Killing Games is so important. Like if you were basically windowed into believing like, hey, this is what I wanted, this is what I paid for, but then you got rid of it. Like another recent example is Battlefield 6. There was a guy who has like 500 hours in that game. He basically exclusively played one mode, and that's all he did, because like he thought all the other modes were boring and they just didn't appeal to him. Like, but he has like 500 hours playing just one single mode. I forgot what the mode was, but then for some stupid reason, DICE and EA just removed it. They just got rid of it. They just stopped offering it. You can't queue up for it anymore. First of all, like, why would you do that? And second of all, the guy was pissed. Like this is the mode that I played. I bought the game to play this mode with my friends, and I like it. And then you just got rid of it. I want a refund. Like, if you buy a vacuum, and then the vacuum just decides one day to stop sucking, not because it's broken, but because the vacuum now decided that it sprays water. That's all it does. Now the vacuum sprays water. Well, I think it's reasonable to say like, hey, I wanted a vacuum. This isn't a vacuum anymore. I want to return it. I want my money back. And then if the company, I don't know, what do you buy vacuums? I don't go out very often. Home Depot. If Home Depot's like, well, I mean, you bought it. Yeah, you bought the vacuum, but we have the right to change it at any time whatsoever. So sorry, but like that's the product you got. So we're gonna keep your $200 or whatever a price for a decent vacuum is. And there's no protections against that. Like, well, in that case, like that's reasonable. Like that guy could complain to like the police or the government and be like, hey, like I was promised a vacuum. They gave me a water squirter, and it's like, well, that doesn't sound right. You have buyer's protections. Give this guy his money back, or give him a proper vacuum. And they'll be grumbling the whole time, but they'll eventually have to do it. We don't get that as gamers. If we buy something, it's subject to change due to online updates and all that. It's subject to like lying to you. Like basically you have to deal with the first like 2 hours, and like, oh, the first 2 hours are like, they're pretty alright, but then by the 5th hour it's completely different what you thought you were paying for. So false advertising, and you just gotta suck it up because it's a video game. It's a frivolous, silly little trinket that nobody cares about or is willing to like give you protections over, and that's just what you have to deal with, and it's just unfortunate. They want us to protecting kids, or they want to use kids as like a outlet to pretend, so that they can push like other things, you know, like not voter ID, like internet ID, facial scans. You have to like dox yourself online, things like that. It's just, again, think of the kids. It's like, it's the most useful thing they can use to like, you know, push their agendas. This wants to shut out everything in West for no reason. I mean, like, that's why I talk about this shit, and I will not stop screaming until someone starts listening. I mean, you guys are listening, I appreciate it, but like, we need to like really drum it through the heads of people like Sega and Atlas, Capcom, Square Enix. Unfortunately, a lot of Western devs are falling for this bullshit. Again, like, this has all been about Atlas and Shifta. Both are Eastern devs, and they're falling for this crap, and they're just letting it happen. Anyway, maybe we'll get to this. We're already like an hour and a half into the stream. But yeah, it's just like, it's just really unfortunate what they've done. Oh yeah, and like this is also like a thing with Sega. They've been nerfing like all their characters in general. Rouge the Bat has been censored. She used to be a K cup, now she's down to a C. This isn't a Atlas thing, it's a Sega and all their properties thing. Which is also unfortunate because they also made the Dawn of War series, and yeah, this is the remake of recent games. Taiken, what they did to this chick. I think this is like a re-release / remake of Sonic Adventures 2. Again, better looking model, but they covered her up more. And it's just like this is the agenda. This is what they're pushing towards. England did that with the internet thingy. Yep, they're more or less admitted with the silence people to speak against their politics. Yep, that's again like it's that meme. It's like a political comment. Like, so how would you want to wrap this up today? Let me see if I can find it actually. Today. Let me see if I can find it. This one, yeah, it's basically this. How would you like this rap today? Anti-terrorism or protect the kids? Control of internet speech and corporate media is like their lapdog, pushing it for them. This is just, it's what they do. It's if they want you to get in line, they don't really use the anti-terrorism anymore because that doesn't work very well anymore. But the protect the kids, that always fucking works. They can justify anything. Just say that you're doing it to protect kids, and you can push it through no matter what. This is how it works. Shut up. It was a firm DD cat. No, she used to be a K or like an F or something. It was big. It was bigger than DD. How could they do that to Lex Luthor's girlfriend? But yeah, oh yeah, this is the meme I was talking about. Like, this is the last thing. Nikkei collabs, event, stories meh, minimal fan service, literally little to no, it's like The Office. The collab performs poorly. And then they do like an apology tour saying like, oh, we'll do better next time. And then, yeah, it's right here. It should be here actually. Oh my god, it looks really good. Oh, Anne would have been great for this if they made her look like Anne. You know what? That's probably why they didn't do Anne, because her outfit leaves like no room for like interpretations. She is in a skin tight fucking outfit. Like Makoto at least like has like these like what do you call these? Like, I don't know, like bridges or whatever that like kind of like cup her ass a little bit. So that's how they kind of get away with it. Chaps, yeah, chaps. But On is like, it's just a single piece latex suit with, these are all zippers by the way, so they go all the way down. Holy shit, On top is so fucking slutty. But they wouldn't allow it. I don't think they could ever, god, if like Persona 5, which again, like Phantom Thieves was like the big fucking theme of that game. If it came out today, I don't even know how they could do it. How could they even like push it? Never collaborate with a demand censorship in your game. Like, yeah, everyone, like the vast majority of people are like, again, there's some people who are being like, they're not really like getting to the point. They're just saying like, oh, you should have put On in, or and like I kind of agree. Like people are saying like Aegis should have been an SSR, not an SR. Like you're kind of like, you're undervaluing her power level. But like that's not the point. Like, yeah, that's annoying, but the real big issue is the censorship. But again, like here on X, yeah, people are actually calling it out, but on other places, they're probably just, people are just like giving them like just sucking them off and telling like, oh my god, this is great. I have my favorite, my blorbles from Persona in Nikkei. I love it. What do you mean that their asses are flat? I don't see that. Anyway, keep giving us more. You're doing great, Atlas and Shift Up. Take my money and my babies. You guys are the best. Alright, Templar, if you gotta head out, no worries. Here you go. Homies, good night. Mwah. Thank you. Hope you have a good night. See you later. Same old question. Was something made back then so be made the same today? Yeah, like I don't think they could do it today. It would be very, very different game. Especially because like characters like An and Makoto, and a lot of their outfits are like very sexual, like deliberately. An is like the whole point of like their Phantom Thieves outfits is that they're rebellious. They're supposed to be fighting back against like the system that's like putting them down. And like for An in particular, her whole theming is that a lot of people see her as like in a sexual light. They think like oh my god, like she's just a dumb bimbo blonde. And so she's like, you know what, fine, if you think I'm just a dumb bimbo, I'll be one. And that's why her rebellious form takes the shape of the cat outfit. Because like the idea behind the different outfits that they take is that it's supposed to be a reflection of the rebellious selves. The same with Makoto. Makoto was she was the perfect daughter. She's the class president. She's the prim and proper perfect sister, perfect student. Like, you know, she's the prefect, the person that's like who's always supposed to be in line and be the good example for everyone else. And that's like incredibly stifling and annoying for her. So that's why her outfit is like reminiscent of like Mad Max and BDSM gear, because like she's decided like, no, I want to break out from that. I want to be my own stuff. I want to be the rebel. I want to like drive the streets and go fast. And that's why it's like reflecting of like Mad Max and the fact that she knows how to ride motorcycles and shit. It's just yeah. Again, like they're going over like the wrong. A lot of people are coming over like the wrong conclusions. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of them are just like. It's dog shit. Like, again, like I appreciate the people here who are like calling it out, but a lot of them are just like, either they're pointing to like the problem that doesn't really matter, which they will probably jump on. So some people are saying, like, I know that another problem that people were talking about, along with I guess being an SR, is people complaining that straight metric. Okay, have a good night. That's life. Another one that people were having is like, why are there only Japanese voice acting when Persona is known for having pretty thorough English VAs, for better and for worse? Again, that's the wrong question. They're just focusing on stuff that's like doesn't matter in the like nobody wants to talk about like the censorship, or some of them just want to like ignore the censorship. Okay, that's good. So let's bring that up. The collab was so awful, I don't even want to. And then like now I'm hearing now from TOA and others that the collab was like very badly. The story was bad too, on top of everything. So like this person over here is like, this sounds like they're full of it now. There's someone here saying that the story was great, and like, are you actually a Persona fan? If the story's bad, then you should, and you're a Persona fan, then you should know what a bad storyline sounds like. But I don't know. Again, a lot of people just feel like there's those people who see negativity, and like whether it's justified or not. And I would argue that this is very much justified. I spent the last hour and a half on it. This is very justified. Like, clearly I believe that. But whether it's justified or not, they'll see negativity and then they'll pull whatever they can out of their asses and be like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is great. They'll do whatever they can just to like to fight back the negativity. Like they want to be like the voice of reason, and like in their mind that they're the good guys. Instead of like, you know, realizing that, hey, if you want something to improve or stay consistent and good, you might actually have to, you know, give it some tough love now and then. But, you know, fuck that, right? Anyway, I'm gonna like leave it off there. Nikkei collab is it's just tiresome. It's just tiresome, I guess is the best way to put it. I have decided that I'm going to go to war against Atlas and Sega. I am going to be the thorn in their side. Every time I see them post anything, I'm going to bitch about it, and I'm going to be reminding them, like, hey, what happened to, like, the trailers? Why are they censored? Is the final game going to be censored? I'm just going to be really fucking annoying to them as much as I can. So I am declaring war. I'm declaring the stomp on Atlas and Sega, and I will not stop until my baby girl persona has been saved. Anyway, moving on. You want to do the VTuber drama? Which one? We can talk about Bo, or we can talk about what's her name? Yuki. Yeah. You know, I know another Yuki. I know her personally. I should probably stop talking. But I'm just gonna say that she would hate this Yuki. They're both cat girls too. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't wanna be too mean. But just saying, they wouldn't get along at all. They have very different beliefs. Anyway. I haven't spoken to that one in a while, but you know, probably for the best. Can all exist at the same time. Left my ass off. Helldivers was a game that showed me that. Yeah, the like, if you don't bitch at them enough, they're gonna just like keep going further and further into like degeneracy and fucking up their own game. That's why, like, I think like things like the Reddit subreddit low sodium divers, they don't help. It's for the same exact reason. Like, they feel the need to, like, you know, glaze and yuck them up even when like they don't deserve it. Because like they just have to counter the negativity. They just have to fight back against that all that nastiness. So the fact that they made a low sodium Helldiver subreddit, it just like, where are they gonna go? Like, if the developers and the community managers just want to get like pats on their asses and be told like, oh, you're a good boy, you're doing a great job, they're gonna go there, and people respond more readily to positive reinforcement, even if the reinforcement isn't actually doing anything them any good. So of course they're gonna go. They probably spend the vast majority of the time over there. Anyway, that's a different topic. Anyway, let's get into this. This is gonna get me in trouble. Boa's quick. You want to talk about Boa real quick? Okay, well, you say that, but this is me. Fine. Okay,
hey, what's up, guys? Here.
I don't want to talk for a bit. I'm gonna let
recent
Brad talk.
situation, and I have made countless videos for many years about various drama-related content, and I know a controversial topic when I see one, and that's exactly what we're covering.
How do you say it, Bow or Boa?
So not only are we talking about how people are right now
currently on with the
Bow,
VTuber thing. Well, too late.
Also, there is a general discussion going on once again about what it means to be a VTuber. When do you post too much real-life content? When it comes to that stuff,
this is a Bow. Okay. And this is like a big, like, cutting top. Apparently, this is a pretty big topic in, like, VTuber land and all that. The whole, like, is it okay? I guess I'll just keep talking. I can't help myself. And it's the big, like, are you, gets out as grifter. I mean, I guess you can call it grifting, but like it's a big like talking point. Like, what makes it a? If you claim to be a VTuber and you're not showing, and you're not like partaking primarily in VTuber topics, then what are you even doing at that point? Like, are you like just just be a regular streamer or a live streamer, or not live streamer. Like it seems like primarily Boa has been switching to like showing like her everyday stuff. Like this, if you don't know who Boa is, like she's a really kind of a controversial VTuber. She's pretty well known for being a misandrist. So I kind of want to watch this.
Bao would then mock all of her male fans, which of course rub people the wrong way even more.
I had a lot of strong feelings about this, and to the people that are trying to dilute what I'm saying to fit their own like stupid ass anti-woman,
That clear seeing a nuanced exception, possibility of marriage, and doesn't mean we're just not having the same conversations, same game. What the fuck?
Spend their time.
I think this was about. She was like speaking about a I don't want to like misquote her.
Facing the back.
If you take this issue with being called a misandrist, and stop surrounding yourself with yes men and make your point.
Bao would then mock all of her male fans, which of nowhere.
What to start with? Here, this is where it started. If you're an upcoming female content creator with small but growing audience and a much larger and successful male content creator approaches you out of nowhere and showers you with attention on stream and DMs, etc., don't walk, run. Okay. Now, I want to give her like some fucking. This is like a year ago. Yeah, it's like nearly a year ago. Like today, to the day. It's last October. Like I don't want to like completely like. I'm too nice. I'm too fucking nice. I don't want to like completely just like throw her this take out the window. Like I can kind of understand where she's coming from. Like yes, there are cases where like, you know, if you're like a vulnerable new, and like this is like very famous like in Hollywood, for example, and she like refers to that too. Like but if you're up and coming, if you're up and coming video creator, like yeah, a guy might come up and like take it as an opportunity to like, hey, I can help you out with growing, and then use that as like a pressure to like, you know, get with you and all that. Regards with the Sakuyu. I mean, I'm not talking about that yet. I think that's a different thing. And she was one of the side chicks that wanted to get with him. What? No, that's a different thing. That's after this. We'll get to that. Generalization is major. Yeah. Also, by the way, Kurokami, sorry if I didn't say hi to you early. Welcome. Be doing good. Yeah, like I get where the problem is. Like that's where the problem is coming in. Like it's just generalizing, and then of course like she specifies, but then she specifies in like in a really fucking rude and bitchy way. Like because I don't include every single nuance, exception, possibility, and variation doesn't mean we're not still having the same conversation and safe game. And then she followed up with that with this lovely.
Hey man, you're outing yourself, okay? Fine. I don't care, bro. I fucking hate you. You're misandrist. I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. Go fix your receding hairline. You ever heard of
I love how she puts Johnny Depp there.
Care, bro.
You know, the guy who
go fix your receding.
You know, the guy who actually was in a lawsuit with his abusive ex-wife, who was the victim in that case. What are you implying there? Again, like this is like a year old, and I'm clearly late to the fucking party. This is the first time I'm seeing this video. What are you implying? That the victim is the bad guy simply because he's a man? Even though he was the one getting fucking beat up and yelled at constantly? Like, what are you getting at here, ma'am? And then you're like, oh, you're calling me a misandrist. Oh, have you considered looking at your receding hairline? Like, what, like... What about you just, adjust the fucking point?
Hairline. You ever heard of
instead of like, just like, trying to pretend that you're some witty, just silly little VTuber. So what the issue is, just ex-girlfriend. They weren't married. Well, the point is, whatever. They were like a couple, and you know, and and Johnny was the victim in there, and then using him as like the example of the guy that she's making fun of. Because apparently they're all the bad ones. Every time I see her, now I see as an Asian Karma Harris.
Don't care. Wrap it up. Okay. Hey man, you're.
And of course, and then there's like, again, this is being a streamer is like kind of a dangerous experiment into narcissism. You'll have people. That's not changed. Oh, I did. So restarted then. It's a dangerous experiment to narcissism because like you'll be saying the most asinine, retarded fucking takes, and then you'll have people in the background just yucking you up and like hyping you up, like, yeah, you get him, girl. Like you're so right. Oh my god.
You're outing yourself.
Again, Credible, talking happy for talking back. So you're okay with her defending herself, but you're also not. But you're not okay with people like challenging her. So like people are allowed to. She's allowed to challenge people, but she can't do. But people can't do the reverse and change. They just have to accept what she says. And again, it's just an experiment into narcissism where everyone is just like, yep, hearts, you go clean. That being said, I do expect you to hype me up whenever I say something, and you have to like stand behind me, 100% of the time, period. I hope that's clear. Anyway. This was so horrible. Did you see the leaflet video? Watching this too? No, we're not gonna watch that because that's just more bullshit I have to go through. We're already like over like halfway through the stream, and we're barely on the second topic. But I'm sure leaflet has some really good takes. Maybe they're half as good as mine. She said that she was told a long time ago by a guy who knew Bao IRL to be careful around her. Oh, okay. Well, now I guess we know why. Pyro pups and grifters. So they always go for that word, right? Grifters. They don't even know what that word means. It just means anyone I don't like at this point. Grifter has become the new Nazi or the new misogynist or the new homophobe. It literally just means person I don't like. And similar to all those other phrases, it's been dwindled down to where it basically means something. Fastest too. Yes, you're exactly right, Scotty. It's Grifter is relatively new. Like I think the first time I heard it was like maybe like 2 years ago. But in the relatively short amount of time, like 2 years, it's been dwindled down to basically meaning nothing at this point. And Bao is like, she's just contributing to that. I'm considering she's one of the bigger indie VTubers. Oh, sorry, she's not a VTuber anymore. We'll get to that. Of course, like it's just like accelerating the degeneration of language. You know, like one of my biggest pet peeves is like words have meaning, and when you reduce words to basically just mean person I don't like, you're ruining the language. Words don't mean anything anymore. Allegedly, her views have been going down. That's why she went IRL. Okay. She's trying to find like a new thing. Okay, we'll get to that. Oh, sorry.
I didn't say anything. You did it yourself.
So as you can see from that clip, there was an attempt to gaslight her viewers into what the actual context of the backlash.
Yeah, she was like just saying it like completely differently. But again, like she was making a generalized statement. You guys are right about that. Like I get what she's trying to say, but I can very easily see why she was but I can see why a lot of people took issue to it, and this is where like the misandrous thing started like propping up. And of course, like it only got worse. Where it goes from like it goes from like it only gets worse. It goes from like like here's like a be careful, you don't know if like someone's trying to take advantage of you, which again I can kind of sort of get along with that. And it goes into like she inflates it to like, if Harvey Weinstein invites you to a party, don't go. How do you know like a guy that's trying to connect to you on as a streamer is Harvey Weinstein and is trying to take advantage of you? So like what, again, this kind of like goes into like the wider ecosystem of like men not willing to approach women, and because they're afraid that any attempt to engage will be seen as hostile, or in a way to like take advantage of a girl or whatever. You can't even like talk about the weather and without thinking that without some of the more crazy ones, again, like Bao, thinking that like you're just trying to get in her fucking pants, which we don't really need to try too hard because he has a fan sleeve, by the way. Anyway, that aside, and again, just inflating like every random guy you interact with as like, oh, they're just Harvey Weinstein in disguise. So like, if I were to try to like, well, obviously like I don't have like the reach as like a popular VTuber, but if I were to try to engage Bao, am I just a predator? Because like pretend like this is like 2 years ago, before like she really started to go insane. And I just tried to like, you know, touch base with her, like, hey, do you want to do a collab or whatever? Obviously I wouldn't do that because I usually try to stay within my league, quote unquote. Damn it. Pathetic, right? Her social blade? What's that? What's a social blade? Yeah, Grefter is a con artist. Like, we know the term. It's just like they use it again just to like describe anyone who is anyone they don't like, and usually it involves like people who are like right-leaning. If you not even, you don't even have to be right-leaning. If you say anything that goes against their political take, then you are a right-wing grifter. You're basically Hitler. And because again, right, grifter has become the new Nazi, the new fascist. Website that shows you your view statistics. Okay, so that's why you found out that her thing has been going down. Okay, we'll get to that. Anyways, but yeah, Brett brings up how like she's conflating it, like she's gaslighting, like that's not what she said. She's trying to like gaslight you to saying like it was something else, and Rev points it out. Again, VTubing and streaming is like an experiment into narcissism. She is lying blatantly right here, and there's still 8.3k people saying that like, yes, queen, slay, you're so right. You tell those fucking losers, those fucking incels, as this married man comes in and tells her that she's full of it. Anyway, moving on.
A very wrong way.
Bao's definition of death by 1,000 cuts. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Like, currently, I think her numbers have actually, let me know, TOA, has her numbers spiked recently because of whole her switching over
to another set of drama involving.
Oh yeah, this is the other one where she she was like again, Scab. I've used Scab before. I don't use it very often because it's very difficult. I like to be able to like orient what I want from my artists, and I know that usually comes at a premium, but if you want like a drawing like really quickly, Scab is better. You get like a better price, but you generally don't have as much control over the final product. You don't get a lot of these artists are also like Japanese, so you better hope like your initial instructions are very, very good. I know like Mijos, for example, is giving me like really good advice on like how do you make sure your artist knows what you're talking about, like the first and only time you get to speak with them. But yeah, that's a whole other thing. But she basically, from what I understand, yeah, so basically, Scab rules say that they can do whatever they want. They can post the thing, and she just like fell through with it. Yeah, and they explain like when creator, all rights that works on Scab belong to the creator. Yeah, like they can do whatever they want. This is another reason why I kind of don't like Scab, because I don't have full rights over like any drawings I get there, and it's just something you have to deal with. Like if you're gonna be using Scab, you kind of have to give into like their policies. Like this is just how it is. And so, like, this isn't, like, the most egregious thing. She's just being, like, a pampered little princess regarding this. Basically demanding special treatment when, like, there are thousands of VTubers and, like, you know, people in general who use Scab constantly. And they have to abide by their rules. Just because you're Bao the Whale doesn't mean you get special privilege. Like, it's just how it is. You you're not gonna get special treatment just because you're a popular VTuber. And now she didn't say that verbatim, but like it really comes off as that, doesn't it? Like this entitlement basically. So yeah, she got like fucking roasted over that and started pretending that she's just a pretty little victim. Well, it's her.
Functions as. Then, in response to that backlash, she
we'll look at that in a bit.
Actually said she's not being canceled, she's engagement farming.
Oh, this part's funny.
Canceled 4 times in a month, canceled 4 times in a month. Nuh-uh, guys. It's not being called canceled. It's called engagement farming. Thank you very much. Here we go again. Come on!
Oh my god. You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like this. It's literally this meme. Can I find like the actual original version of the meme? God, of course the Reddit's the only one that has it. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see the original one. There it is. This is the original one. Of course Reddit ruined it. Hey guys, look how retarded I am, herder. Fuck off, retard. Joke's on them, I was only pretending to be retarded. That literally sounds like what she's doing here. She's just like, nuh-uh, guys. Like, she even says it like that. Like, no. I'm just pretending to be, like, I'm just pretending to get owned. I'm not actually cringe. It literally sounds like that. Like, it's just pure fucking code. Like, I'm just a silly little guy. Like, I'm not doing anything stupid. It's part of my plan. I'm just engaging for it. Now, to be fair, you can come out of a controversy and you can come out of it stronger. Case in point, Yuki here. Like, she was part of a controversy and she came out of it winning. This is how you do it. But with Bao, no, sweetheart, no, that's not what fucking happened. You have just been going, like Kurakami, like you said, like it's like every hit is an actual hit. You are going down further and further and further with every fucking cancellation. I don't know if I would call it cancellation. Cancellation implies like doxing or things like that. But it's more like you're just getting called out and pointing out the fucking moron idiot that you're acting. Oh yeah, and Miss Sanders too. But of course, you know, she wears the Miss Sanders title like a fucking trophy. Everyone's view of everyone. You're a fascist, everyone's view of everyone on the left. Pretty much. Again, but now it's like you're a grifter. Everyone's view of it. Yeah. So, seeing she got a tiny spike in August.
We can't be for real. Guys, I'm so fucking
We just started, technically.
Who's actually going?
Yeah, of course, that clip rubbed people the wrong way yet again.
It
seems
goes
like
this. Oh, sorry.
Knows at anyone who's upset with some of her recent comments. It looks very narcissistic and entitled. Not a good look. He was
going for exposing. Okay, yeah, this thing, the Sikuno drama. Really quick, basically, there is this like. Is there a picture of him? Do we care? Yeah, he has a fucking picture. You know what? This is his fucking picture. This is the guy. Okay. This guy. Okay, so basically, he's just a man whore. He's a slut. Like an actual proper slut. He was just going on and leading on multiple girls and making them fall for him. Maybe not in love. In love implies like a higher level. But like fall for him, and he was dating multiple girls at once. Shy E-boy. He's not shy at all. He's not fucking shy. But yeah, he was leading on and cheating on multiple women, and I think one of them was Bao, or like she was she wanted to be part of the harem, which wasn't even supposed to be a harem. They didn't agree to it. Okay, so he was part of it. Okay, yeah. But long story short is like, yes, is he scum? Yes, he's a man whore, and you shouldn't do what he did. He's just a cheating asshole. However, Bao and the other women, I think there was like at least 2 other girls who were involved in this. They came together and they decided that like, hey, let's like this ruin him, and they listed him as a predator, which is just which is just like a whole other level of implication. It's just like poisoning the well, so to speak. Like, is he like, yes, is he a man whore? Yes. Is he a scumbag? Yes. But in Predator implies that, like, you know, he was taking advantage of them as if they were children. No, all these women, like all these people involved in the story are young. I think they're like in their early 20s, or at the time they were in their early 20s. But they're adults. They're stupid fucking adults. But they're adults. So just because I think this guy is a fucking cum goblin doesn't mean that he deserves to be labeled as a predator or a child molester or anything like that, because like that's the implication. Like they were trying to like imply that he had groomed them. No, ma'am. You're an adult. You're in your 20s. I'm sorry that this guy broke your heart. But you don't get to like put him in jail because of that. Like yeah, it's hurtful, but you don't go to jail. Like I think that's what they came up with. She was fine with him cheating on his GF because she wanted him to leave her for. Okay, so that's just like she's like scum too. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, whatever. The point is, like, she was like part of this whole thing, and some of the girls were wanted to like label him as a predator, and it seems like it wasn't Bao who was trying. Was Bao amongst the girls who were trying to get him labeled a predator, or was that like the other girls? Because I know there were like at least 3 chicks involved in this, I believe. Don't say it's spiking that. But yeah, that was not the predator. Okay. She wasn't in on that, but like she wanted him to like leave them for her. God, now she just sounds desperate. Whatever. But yeah, that was just a stupid thing. So like she was like on the side of like the cum goblin guy. And that's another level of pathetic. Wow. Okay. Now I feel kind of sorry for her, at least a little bit, like, but still, she's fucking retarded regarding that. Anyway, is this guy scum? Yes. Is he a predator? No. I mean, I really do hate people like this who are like born with a natural charisma and good looks and can kind of just get any woman like under their thumb with just like a little bit with like very little effort. When you said shy e-boy, Kurakami, you're not entirely wrong, because apparently he tries to like do that. Like I've heard him speak before, and I just felt my skin crawl, because like I could tell that he was like turning on the charm, and like a girl that he goes after would just like would probably melt under that, unfortunately, because like they're just too stupid to like. It depends on the woman, right? But like some people would just go underneath that, and just because they're just too stupid or not self-conscious, or like have too little self-esteem, that they would just like fall for a guy like this who, again, was leading on like 3 or 4 girls, and it's just like anyway, yeah. Jerk, but not a predator, and that's just like more drama to like thing with Bao. Anyway, moving on.
Not that aspect bunketed using that dangerous predator label. And
okay, so this was the person who was trying to like call him a predator. This Hinoma chick
is still live on her account to this day. Label, and this repost is still live on her account to this day.
Oh. Okay, TLA, it sounds like she didn't explicitly say that he is a predator, but she did reblog the docs that claimed that he was. So, it sounds to me that when she realized he wasn't gonna leave her for his, he wasn't gonna leave his girlfriend for her, it kind of seems like she decided to, like, go in and, like, join the dog pile and like paint him as a predator. Like, it's like Rev is saying here, this Google Doc again explicitly lists him as a predator. It's still available to this day. This video came out a day ago.
Like, she's never gone back and thought,
again, it could have gone down in the past 24 hours, but it seems like she did started leaning into like, you know, calling him a predator. Again, he's a scumbag, but trying to like elevate that to like some like him grooming them or whatever, that's just bullshit.
sharing a
and also a very dangerous fucking implication or condemnation without any sort of proof. So
post labeling someone as a predator still up. It was very
well
among VTubers, always posted some art. Me looking for
anyway, so all this got all that leading up to, so now Bao is like primarily like doing like live VTubing or like flesh tubing. She's like doing like vlogs and shit, showing her face constantly. She has a fansly, so I assume that also includes like adult content. You called her Asian Kamala Harris, and I kind of see it. I don't want to be mean to her, because I just
content.
What the fuck?
90+% is
90+. Oh my god, even like especially like here, like in front of there, I can kind of see it. Damn. Anyway, I don't want to be mean to her, but she's not ugly. I'll say that. But like I can definitely see some of like we kind of go into like this VTuber started like talking into it. I don't know who this is. I might need to follow them because you have like some good points. Midas, is that her name? Basically about like the purity of VTubing and like whether you need to like stick to purely VTubing or if you're allowed to do show life stuff. It kind of makes me feel like after seeing all this and like seeing how like she's like you said, like Rev said, like 90% of her content now in the past like year or so has all been like live stuff. Like she's been going to Disney World and she's been like doing like Fansly shit and all that. I will warn you, she is Canadian. You know, we all have our disabilities and our demons. And what we really need is for people to accept them sometimes. And you know what? Maybe I can look past it. Maybe, if I'm feeling generous. I'll check her out later. But the point is, after all this, I kind of can sort of, maybe not call her a grifter, but I can kind of see like where Rev and Midas are coming from, where like she's kind of used VTubing as like a launching point. I did say that I didn't want to be like mean to her and say that like, oh, she's ugly and she's doing VTubing because she is ugly or anything like that. But looking at her in this picture in particular, I can believe that this woman has like some self-esteem issues and thought that like she wasn't good enough to be in front of a camera, so she decided to go become a VTuber and all that. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. There are a lot of VTubers who are like, let's be honest, they're not like the most attractive people. But when you're in your model and you get like a custom set and everything, you can be the cute little fox girl, or in her case, you can be the whale or whatever the hell she's supposed to be. And you know, anime models are pretty and they're cute. They got the big booba, or they have like, you know, the dashing anime prince look aesthetic to it. You know, like it's a good way to boost your confidence and help bring out yourself. Like I think Arch did a good video on it like quite a few years ago. I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago, about the rise of Mona, I think what her name is, the lewd virus VTuber. Now Mona's kind of come around to become kind of in terms of like her political opinions. But back then, like, she kind of strictly stuck to content, and she was like a lewd VTuber. I think she's probably like the first famous lewd VTuber. Like, she would like just be like in her 3D model, like dancing and like skimpy clothing and shit like that. She had a vibrator in, and you could give her money to raise and lower the levels on it. You know, typical Fansly, OnlyFans shit. But the point is that Arch was trying to make is that even somebody who isn't particularly, you know, easy on the eyes can like come in and get that boost of confidence and like a good, strong, forward-facing persona, and then their personality can come through. Because like a lot of these girls, like I think the example he used is like think of like that kind of like bland-looking girl you knew in high school, and how she was super shy and didn't talk to anybody and like kind of kept to herself and yada yada yada. But like if you actually talk to her, like she's amazing. Like she's super smart, she's funny, she likes all the stuff you're into, like video games and anime, manga. That's what a lot of VTubers are. Like they're the shy girl given a new lease and allowed to like lease on life and allowed to be able to present themselves forward in a more confident and, you know, artificial but beautiful persona. And I kind of think that might have been what Bao was doing when she started. But now, I guess she's like confident enough that like, you know what, I'm just gonna like go all in and do that. And like, I don't want to say like that's wrong. Like if you want to like switch, you can switch. Like there's nothing stopping you. Like there's no law to be like, oh, you can't become a real life streamer if you are a VTuber. Like that's not what I'm saying. It's just like, it's more like pick one. Are you gonna be one or the other? And to be fair, Bao kind of like did eventually. It seems like she's kind of leaning more towards VTubing. I think she removed VTuber from like her. I think she said here. I think Rev mentioned that she kind of removed part of her thing, and she's like leaning more towards like being an IRL streamer. My theory is that she's supposed to be a whale because if I remember correctly, she has an inflation fetish. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So she is kind of leaning. So I guess like it is good that she is like, she's kind of picked her lane, I guess is the best way to put it. And to be fair, fine. Another reason, I think it's like twofold. You either are not confident. You're either a VTuber because you're not confident in your looks, or you don't have the money to do something more long term. Because like, to be fair, a lot of like influencer types who like do like live streams and video recordings and things like that, they do things like what she's doing now. Again, I go back to like where she where's that picture? Yeah, this picture, like she's at Disneyland. So like usually these influencers, they're paying to go on trips to like Disneyland or Japan, or or to go to bars, to go to expensive restaurants. They basically like they stream like their very idealistic life where they get to enjoy like all like the greatest and bestest things, and you can feel jealous about them, or like try to like live and enjoy like these luxuries through their live streams. Like that's how a lot of like the biggest influencers do. Like they're always showing off like their makeup or like their jewelry collections and things like that. Like at least the female streamers, that tends to be what they do. And I kind of think that's like what Bao wanted to do. Whereas a VTuber, in comparison, is a lot. Like VTubing can be expensive. Again, like a model can be like thousands of dollars, but it's relatively expensive in the long run because like you buy one model, so it's a one-time investment, and then like past that, maybe equipment. And then like any continuous expenses would be things like video games or arts, and that would be like slowly over the course of like years, and like, you know, depending on how well you are, that can be like it can still be like a really good return. So in comparison to like, you know, going on big trips to Japan and Disney World and all these other places, that's VTubing is a lot less expensive. So that's another part of my theory, is that she is she didn't have the money at first, but now she's a big VTuber. She has like over what was the number? I think we saw it earlier. She's over like nearly 700,000 followers on X alone, and that's not even including like people who follow her on like YouTube and Twitch and all that. She probably has a pretty decent amount of... She has a pretty decent war chest by now, after being as successful as she has been for like years now. So I imagine 624,000 on Twitch. Like, yeah, that's a lot. So she probably has like a pretty good income now, and she can afford to now do the lifestyle streamer that she always wanted to be. She can go on trips, she can go buy luxury goods and then brag about it on the internet, and then get more followers and money because of that. So I think it's like a combination of both. A combination of like, she now feels more confident in her physical self, as well as she got that money now. And like, and to an extent, like, you know, good for her. Like, she basically made it, but like also like pick one or the other. Like, I don't want to say, like, I don't want to be like super elitist. Like, it becomes like a case of like, oh, like you're not. I feel I'm kind of scared I'm gonna start sounding like those people who are like, oh, you're not black if you're like this or something like that, or like, oh, you're not Mexican if you're not like this, or like that kind of dumb mentality. VTuber is not. It's not an identity. It's a fucking. It's not a racial identity. It's a fucking. It's a hobby, or it could be a job too, I guess. But like there are so many streamers that are struggling. You know, I guess I'm gonna go tell it from like my perspective. Like there's like streamers like me who are struggling, who don't get like the most views, who do this as a hobby. It's basically an expensive hobby at this point. And we stay strict to the we say but there's a culture. You're right. Yes, we stay strictly to the culture. Like we don't, like, you guys don't see like me. Occasionally you see my hands, and occasionally, but mostly you see like things that I post, like games I bought or like food I ate or things like that, but you're never gonna see my face. And I always thought that was weird, like in me and my personal opinion. It just doesn't feel right. Like I remember like a few years ago there was like a VTuber face reveal day, and like I don't know who the fuck came up with that, but I just thought it was really stupid, especially when I saw like VTubers I know that I am familiar with. I saw them partake in it, and I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, this is not how you do it. Like, are you a VTuber or not? Like, what happened to like the mystique of it? Like, you're just like, isn't the whole thing about being a VTuber, it's like you're playing a character, like it's an act, like you're supposed to be a magical girl or whatever, or in my case, like, you know, a bunny commander, and like now it's just like you're just ruining it. And I tried my best to stick to the rules of Hololive, except for like the whole don't be political thing. Clearly I've broken that rule like many times over. But outside of that, like, I try to stay into character, and I try to like give you guys, you know, the bunny experience, and like stick to that. And I feel like if you're just gonna go like this far out, like, don't even do it anymore. And again, to her credit, at least she's decided that it seems like she is switching to becoming an IRL streamer. And you mentioned earlier that it seems like it is kind of helping. She did get a boost in August, this month. Now, is that because the content is being received better, or is that because she's become the center of this controversy, and then some people are like paying attention to her, like at least a little bit more now? Like, they're just curious, but like by the end of the month, people will be like, okay, like whatever, she's stupid. I still don't like her. And like Kami said, and like we saw like at the very beginning of this, she has been going downhill. She has been the center or part of like several controversies the past like 1 or 2 years, like for no reason whatsoever, just to be a bitch. We also didn't touch on it, but she was also on the side of the bear during the man versus bear question, and using that same stupid argument of like, oh, like if you question a woman's decision to pick the bear, then you're the problem. It's like, God, really? Anyway, yeah, she is just a misandrist still, unless she does something like truly. I still believe that she's just like a rotten person, not necessarily like a bad person, but a rotten one, someone I don't want to wouldn't want to associate or be friends with. But regarding like this whole IRL streamer thing, like, fine. I don't like hope it does well for her, but like I can see why she does it. Like, again, pick a lane, and she did pick her lane. It seems like she's going like all in on IRL. There's some suggestions. Okay, we'll peek at it real quick. He's gonna assist the race of his girlfriend. Let's see, where's the bump? Is this the bump? My followers minus 2269. What was that? 429, excuse me, Reddit. Okay, so she did get a little bump. Monthly gaining followers for Bow. Yep, it's been going down. It did a spike here. What happened here? Between April and July 2025. What happened then? here in October was when, yeah, this is when it really started dipping after her like big misandrist story arc. But I'm not sure what happened here. Cinder drama? Really? Okay. So she got a bump. 79 followers in the past couple of days, or the past month. Okay, so that's not much at all, really. I mean, that'd be good for me, but like for her, that's basically nothing. So I guess it's not really working. I really think it just proves my point that she's a social climber. Yeah. Like, to give a good example, like, I don't want to say, like, again, I don't want to say that you can't pick one or the other, or you can't switch. One example, if I think of a good streamer who did do a switch, would be Lucagen. Like, to be fair, I haven't seen much of Lucagen in the past couple of years. Like, I stopped following her because she started getting annoying with her political takes too. But I used to, if you don't know who Lucagen is, she's like, she's been like in the same space as like Nintendo Capri Sun, Chugga Conroy, though I'm not sure how that is going right now because her husband, her wife, oh my god, I don't even know if they're still married anymore, but whatever, the former Proton John, I don't know what she calls herself these days, but the former Proton John was one of the people who was kind of like bashing on Chugga. Again, at the time, I'm pretty sure they were married, so I'm not sure what Lucagen's thoughts on the Chugga Conroy drama were. But the point is, like, she was around those people. John Jepson, Stephen Plays, like those like Nintendo streamers. And I used to like Lucagen a lot. Now, Lucagen, she's kind of known for being very youthful looking, at least like last time I saw her. Like, she is like pushing 50, I believe, but she always looked very youthful. She'd always looked really young for her age. Like, she's really, like, last time I saw her, she's really quite pretty. She's like on the chubbier side, but like a cute level of chub. She has like striking red hair. I'm pretty sure that's her natural color, and she's a cute gal. But the last time I saw anything by her, she was actually VTubing. And her model was basically kind of just like a VTuber version of herself. Red-headed, pretty kind of simple, a red-headed gal with like a big oversized hoodie, and she added like fox ears and tail. So, you know, there's like a million one fox VTubers, but you know, it kind of fits because, like, you know, she's red-headed, so she's a red fox, right? And I just was like, why are you doing that? Like, you've been like, people have known what you look like for years now, like going on multiple decades, like at least over a decade now. And then I thought about it a bit more because I was like, I was thinking about this while listening to this video earlier today, and I was thinking, did something happen? Did Lucagen wake up one morning and look in the mirror and then decided that she did not like what she saw? Because again, despite the fact this is relevant despite the fact that she has been, like, you know, peak hag for like the longest time, age comes for us all. We will cover it. We will. She a way to do that. You can stay like a cute anime girl forever, basically. Is it potentially a sign of like a midlife crisis? Maybe. But also, like, I can kind of understand it happening. I just wanted to give like an example of a potential VTuber that kind of transitioned. God, the irony, considering who she may or may not still be together with. Between like real streamer to VTuber, or back again. Like, I think that's like a good example of like a story that I'm aware of that, like, I can understand. You know what? I think that's like a fair reason as to why you would want to become a VTuber, because you just don't want to look at yourself anymore, and so you put on like a cute anime character instead. And, you know, I can see it. I can respect that. I feel sorry for her, but at the same time, again, like, this is just my speculation. I don't know if that's true. maybe she just has a VTuber model because she just thought it'd be fun, or maybe somebody gifted it to her. I don't know the circumstances, but like, if my theory is correct, I can understand why she would go along that way. Anyway, but yeah, that's basically it. Again, this brought up this whole thing because Bao is so big. It brought up like, it just resurfaced the whole debate of like, are VTubers, should VTubers get involved in like IRL streaming and yada yada? Like, what is too much? What is too little? Should you even be doing it at all? And yeah, it's just, I already given you my take basically. Like, you know, you probably, I'm a little bit in the middle. You kind of want to like primarily stick to being in character, but if you're showing your face straight up on stream, then like, why are you even bothering at this point? Like, just become a real, like a full-time normal streamer, because like if you're not gonna play into the persona, like why even have it in the first place, you know? Anyway, but that's just me. Again, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell what other VTubers to do. If she wants to like do 50-50 IRL and then VTubing, then I mean that's her prerogative. Like, this isn't like a moral debate. I can't say like she's morally wrong because of this. It's really just a matter of taste / opinion, or in preference, really. Anyway, moving on. You're either a VTuber or a streamer with a model. Yeah, and it seems like she's kind of leaning more into like streamer with a model. It seems like you're more black and white on it, TOA. And again, like that's your prerogative. And I kind of lean towards like agreeing with you. It's just like, there's a limit, I guess, you know, like I don't think I passed that limit, but the moment you show your face, I think it's like, what are you doing? Like, I question like not your motives, but I question like your tactics, I guess. Anyway, moving on. From one VTuber to another, this VTuber is actually kind of fake. I'm just gonna let it rip.
So as the quote in the screenshot
we're
says,
gonna get in trouble.
What a way to start off a Monday. That's right, we have another example of a VTuber merch-related company completely imploding because they wanted
this
to
might be the last thing we talk about
because on social media, bending the knee to a bunch of activists who are hounding one of their talents, who they have now fired. And they fired this VTuber because they said the oh-so-crazy statement, among others, that men can't get periods.
Oh no!
That is something so controversial and so damaging. We're gonna get in trouble here. They were fired from this company,
the forbidden
Waifu Wares.
The forbidden
and not
topic.
only did they bend the knee to these activists, they eventually lost their spine as well and have deleted all their related posts and gone private.
All right, let's just move forward. So basically, it was this VTuber, Yuki, the transphobic VTuber goes on transphobic rant. Can I hear it? Let's just hear her rant. So long story short, she was part of this company that sells like little like products like cups, and I assume like, you know, figurines and shit like that. I mean, not figurines, it's a little expensive, but you know what, like VTuber themed. Oh no, she said retard. Oh my god. Oh shit, I said it too. Anyway, but like they cut ties with her, and then they to like virtue signal like, oh, we don't stand by these values, and then they turned around and like blocked their account and deleted their posts, and now they're just trying to pretend it didn't happen and hope it all just goes away. So this company, Waifu Wares. So if you know who not to spend money on, it's this one. Ignore this company. Don't give them money. Good thing I know about them now, so I don't have to like give them shit. You said the R word. I'm mad. I'm sorry, Scotty. I'm sorry for offending your poor your sensitive feelings. Anyway, so moving on. So this cat person then went into, I guess they clipped this random suggestions. What happened? Oh, do you have the full thing? We can just listen to it. Like,
I appreciate it.
Oh my god, it's 6 minutes. 7 minutes long. We don't have to do 7 minutes. This is less than one that Brev has. Thank you though, I appreciate it. Look, we only need to hear like 30 seconds of it. We'll get the point. We'll get the point.
PSA. And what they're linking is a YouTube video apparently exposing.
Also, I love like their language here. Literally felt my stomach turn watching through this video. Ew. Never thought I'd see the day I get involved in drama publicly. That's a fucking lie. Any VTuber who tells you, oh my god, I never thought I was gonna be in drama, shut up. You were just waiting for the right time. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I know this because I was that kind of VTuber who said, like, I don't want to be part of drama. Look at where I am right now. The feeling actually sick. There's something going on. I once called this person friend. Thought it was worth sitting.
Yuki as some sort of terrible, awful
construction
person
worker. I don't have feelings. Well, that's fair.
Views. And guess what?
Works too hard to
feel things. She said, brace yourselves.
All right, here it comes. Here it comes.
You're about to hear some really crazy statements.
Oh God.
Whatever. I'm ranting. I'm going full unhinged right now. It's those men who are becoming women who say they get their periods. There was like a questionnaire of a guy saying they get their periods, but they don't bleed. They just get like cramps and stuff. Excuse me? Excuse me? As a girl, as a woman, who
you're not a woman, you're a loli.
Down there once a month is literally on birth control. These people are.
He's on birth control. You know what? It's her private life. She can do whatever. If she's fucking every other week, have at it. Go get it.
Mm-hmm. I identify as a girl. Therefore, I get my period, and I can get pregnant. No, you fucking can't! You
fucking losing. Also, her mouth kind of scares me. I don't know why. It's the way it's animated. Leslie, her model mama, blocked her and tried to get the model back. Yeah, we'll get into that. What? I'm just saying, if you're on birth, I mean, like, why else would you be on birth control unless you're expecting to get some?
Like, fall in love with whoever you want to fall in love with. But when you're at a pride parade and you're in full, like, BDSM,
oh my god, this is also basic.
And greeting kids, there's something wrong with you. If you're a teacher teaching kids to be transgender, to transition, to be gay, to do that so young, there's something wrong with you. Let me tell you, growing up, I was a tomboy. Like, I thought I wanted to be a boy. I wanted to be like my cousin. My cousin was a boy, and I thought he was the fucking coolest. So I wanted to wear boy clothes like him. I wanted to have short hair. I wanted to do sports, like shit like that. I just wanted to be like him. I thought I actually wanted to be a boy. And, you know, my younger sister, Sister Waru, copied everything I did. So therefore, she also thought she wanted to be a boy. If what is happening today was happening back then when I was a kid, I probably would have been, I don't know, in some form of transforming as a child and regretted it. Because I love being a girl.
Yeah, so this...
Literally everything she just said is like the most bare bones, like basic ass shit. That's all of that is just like the most basic ass shit. Like, don't be weird to kids. You're not a guy. You're not a... You don't get periods just because you say you're trans. I'm sorry, you don't. I get cramps too. That doesn't mean I'm a girl. I just dress like one. And yeah, like I really relate to her. Like, if she had been born, like, if she was younger, if she had been born like in the past, like, if she was like a teenager now, they would be grooming her. And I've given you guys my stories about like how I was like, I've had multiple transgender women basically try to groom me, calling me an egg, offering me estrogen, HRT and all that. So I believe her. Like, if I was younger and more impressionable, I might have fallen for it. But thankfully, I am an adult and I have been surrounded by that stuff and I've seen it happen. So I was immediately disgusted by it, and I guess the best I can say is that, like, those individuals that I spoke to, they're lucky I didn't like go off on them, because like I was really uncomfortable with the way they were treating me. So, but like, yeah, that was like the incredibly terrible, awful disgusting thing that she just said. I mean, her stuff isn't a hot take. Yeah, like it's the most bare bones things. Also, it helps with period. Okay, yeah, I know about that. Like that birth control can help with that. I guess I'm just like averse to taking pills. Like I get upset. I don't like that I take allergy medicine. I don't like taking pills like as a regular beyond like, oh, I'm currently sick and I need to take these antibiotics or something like that. I guess for some people like yeah, sure, it's fine, but I'm just saying like I would be adverse to it, but you know, I guess fair. You know, you do you. Again, similar to the whole like if you're taking it because you are going out and getting it or because you just want to deal with your period cramps, like sure, whatever. She does whatever she needs to do. Kamiye, shut up! No, I just get cramps sometimes because like because I sleep wrong or whatever, or I didn't stretch properly before a workout. But that doesn't mean I'm pregnant or anything. Like we always we joke around here like, oh my god, Hanao's pregnant. Oh my god, I'm going to impregnate Hanao. Obviously that's a joke. Like that's not actually like real. Like you guys don't actually believe that that you're gonna impregnate me or anything like that. Like it's just a silly fucking meme or whatever. But these people, they actually do believe that they can get pregnant. Like I don't. God, rain doesn't stop for me until like 2025, if I remember correctly. And yeah, I don't like take medicine, but I don't have to either. Yeah. So like that's why I'm like kind of averse to it. We never make that second one defamation. Oh my god, I'm sure one of you guys have said it at some point. You're just fucking denying it. Anyway, but the point is like it's just a silly meme. It's just a whatever. We don't take it seriously. And like it's like, but these individuals, there are people who like legitimately, like just because they're on HRT or just because they wear a dress or whatever, they legitimately believe like, oh my god, I actually have a womb now and I can actually give birth. Like, no, I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen. It's stuff like that makes me really like, we've gone over this again, but like there are actual trans people who I do feel for, and I'm sorry that they had to go through dysphoria and that mental condition, because it is a mental condition. It is like basically it is a mental disorder that they have and they have to go through. It just makes it so that they feel like they're not in the right body, and I do really feel for those people. But the problem is like and usually those people are usually like they're at ease and they're honest with themselves, like, you know, I'm not ever going to truly be a woman, but I'm going to like, you know, like stick to myself and try my best to be as true to myself as possible. But they're not gonna go on fucking in the streets demanding that you oh shit, what's that word? Not verify, validate them in their identity. But the other 90%, again, we affirming, yeah, not expected to affirm, but the other 90%, like, I don't think that, like, I already said it before, I don't think they actually have dysphoria. I don't think they're actually trans or anything like that. Like I told you, the word that we used to call them back in the day was trans trenders. They just pretend to be trans because it's popular, because it makes them feel good, because they get off to it. That's like 90% of all people who identify as trans. Yeah, they're performative. Like they're just pretending to be what they aren't. And those are the ones who are like in the streets, or like ones like this person. And I think another one pops up. Where are they? Straw got in on this. Gangsta Tail, the tweet has been deleted. See my new merch partner talking about how they don't stand for China, but cut ties to someone, confuse this video. Someone make awful transphobic rant with merch company products all over the video. Yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, here's the artist that you were talking about, TOI. This is her VTuber artist, the one who made her model, and Yeah, and she's like heavily implying, I don't know, move to blue sky. Well, there's your fucking your smoking gun right there as to what their opinion is. But they're already like trying to like imply that, again, this was like a few days ago, 5 days ago, imply that they want to like try to force Yuki to give up her model that she paid for, which I don't think there's any legal precedent for it. Like, I have yet to see any like proper Morphia is absolutely horrible. No, Schwab was defending Bao earlier. Was she? I'm done with Bao. I don't want to talk about her. Like the one Jeffrey person, not Star, but the really creepy one who tries talking to kids on and all about that. Jeffrey Marsh. Is that the one who went to like Disney World and was going into like women's bathrooms? There's a few really creepy ones. I don't know who that one is. But the point is, like, there's a difference between someone who actually has body dysmorphia and actually needs help, and then people who are like just doing it just because, like, again, they basically get off to it and just want to like feel special. Jeffrey Dahmer, that's a different person. I think that's supposed to be a serial killer. I mean, some of them have gone to extremes, but we're talking about somebody else. But yeah, what's getting on with it? Anyway, the point is, like, she's just like stating biological facts, and it's making everybody fucking angry because like you can't even state reality. Oh, and that's why I wanted to bring up this. This is another thing we were gonna talk about, the WNBA. Long story short, they're talking about letting trans women into the sport, and it's like, well, what is a woman? They can't define it. So you know what? These two guys are stepping up and they're saying like, hey, we identify as women, we're gonna join the thing, and like they're people are losing their minds. They actually did have a meeting to discuss what is a woman. Transgender athletes and continue to hate Vitra. We will continue to engage, and they basically couldn't come to a conclusion. They couldn't decide because like they can't answer that question. What is a woman? Yeah, but anyway, like we're not gonna talk about that because like we're running out of time. But I wanted to bring this into like the conversation, as to why they do this like this. Like why they defend this like so vitriolically. They have to fight against this kind of thing. Like again, she's not saying anything wrong. Don't leave children alone, as well, and just stating biological facts. These are just things that are in nature. This is just how the body works. You can't change it, like, period. But the reason why they hate it is because of things, because it's part of the, like, I like to sometimes like bring in like these wider like societal / political lessons to you guys, and it really comes down to this. The 4 stages of ideological subversion, because that's basically what this is. When people see this, and then they and again, like, we see like the reaction to it, like people are like, they're disgusted, this is terrible, we need to like deplatform her, we need to cut all her deals, like any like income she gets, like, just saying biological France is just a biological fact is a transphobic rant. It all goes back to this. It's just a Marxist lens of it, and like
Yuri Alexandrovich
let this play and explain how
Mr.
It works.
Bezmenov was born in 1939 in a suburb of Moscow. He was the son of a high-rank.
This is Yuri Bezmenov, who is a I do recommend seeing this full interview. Looking up the Yuri Bezmenov interview. He is a defector from the Soviet Union, and he's basically listening as to how they planned on coordinating ideological / societal collapse. And it really starts with this demoralization. Like, here, I have my notes here, and I'll try to explain this to the best I can. Again, I do recommend going to go watch it yourself, but the 4 stages, which are demoralization, destabilization, crisis, and normalization. Now, demoralization is the one like I'm particularly focused on, because this is how this relates back to like this, and why people respond so aggressively whenever they hear someone just saying basic reality, basic facts. This will be like the final thing we'll talk about today, by the way. It comes down to this. The process averts core social pillars, including education, media, religion, family structures, and the legal system. And here's the part that's really important. This detaching from reality. A demoralized person loses the ability to process facts or logical arguments. Truth and falsehood no longer matter to them. And that leads into the other things of destabilization, crisis, normalization. Basically, this is just like a societal setup so that Marxist or communism, socialism can come in and replace like the current order. You need to like demoralize the population so that you can eventually lead to them ultimately just letting the conquerors come in and take over. It's basically a war or an invasion with like minimal violence, essentially. Let's see if anything after the stream. And the reason why like I point that out in particular, the detaching from reality. I think I mentioned this like possibly last stream, where that I hate how everything is so far right or so far left. It's ugly and horrible. I mean, like that's the point. Like it all breaks down to the Marxist lens, and like this is why it's called cultural Marxism, because like they're just trying to break it down so that they can eventually bring in like their new order, but they do it on all levels of society, not just government, but societal, culture, and things like that. Like this is a bunch of stupid fucking VTubers. I'm a VTuber, Rev's a VTuber, Yuki's a VTuber, Captain, Dandy Floss, whatever. All these people are just stupid fucking cartoons, like dancing for you on the internet. But we're part of the culture, so therefore we are one of the levels of society that needs to be broken down so that they can then build the glorious communist utopia upon our ashes, basically. And so that's why it starts at this level, and I want to focus in on that. Detaching from reality, demoralization, lose the process of facts, logic, or arguments. That's why they get so angry when people like Yuki just go on and state objective fact. Because objective fact is counterintuitive to their demoralization processor. VTuber, and any other VTuber should know about Gary Brown. Okay. But like, it's again, it's very like 1984-esque. The whole idea of like you need to be like double think. If you ever read 1984, basically they convince you to believe in falsehoods like 2 + 2 = 5. You need to believe in that. Like if the government, if the head tells you that if Big Brother or the government or anything in charge tells you that 2 + 2 = 5, it equals 5, whether you like it or not. Objectively, that's not true. We all know that 2 + 2 = 4, but Big Brother says 5, so you will believe that it equals 5. That's what this is about. When Yuki goes on about her rants about like objective fact that men can't get pregnant, men can't get periods, yada yada, that is objective fact. But they need to fight back against it because it is part of cultural breakdown. They need to like break down reality so that they can then build up theirs in after the fact. It's part of demoralization. And if you fall for it, if you just like give in, then you have been successfully demoralized, and they can put whatever they want in your head at that point. You are now putty in their hands, and they can make you believe whatever they want you to believe. And this like applies to like wider, like we've spoken about like people like Destiny. One of the biggest eye-opening moments I saw like in a debate with Metal Gear Solid 2. Yeah, I have. Yeah, they did go into like stuff like that. Again, Metal Gear Solid is like a great game series like that talks about like governmental theory and political science and things like that, and like the breaking down of reality to replace it with your own. Or like at least like the powers that be that want to do that. And you're kind of on the side of trying to prevent that. Anyway, the point is, going back to like Destiny, one of the biggest like I believe it was in a debate with Constantine. He was debating him, and again, it was either Constantine or somebody else. But I remember at one point, Destiny was being asked like, "Hey, like what is this? Like, objectively, like, how did this happen? Can you give me like the facts of the situation?" And I remember Destiny, his response was basically like going like, "Ugh, like, oh my god, you're an ejectionist." I'm sorry, what? And it took me a little while to like think it over, like I realized, wait a minute, he's getting angry at him because he is asking for objective fact, objective truth. Is the sky blue? Is water wet? Is a man able to have a period? All those questions have objective, true answers. There are like science and the laws of physics and reality all tell us that there is an objective truth and yes or no or color that can be applied to any of these scientific. These are observable truths. You can prove it scientifically, observantly, or anything like that. Destiny is a postmodernist. He believes things like more relativism and anything is factual is you can just like basically if you can just bullshit it into reality. Like if you just bullshit it enough, anything is objectively okay. That's how he comes to like a lot of his conclusions of how like things are like all his like promiscuous and like and terrible things that he does that is things that way too. Yeah, it's postmodernist thinking. Basically, like we can change the reality because we decided that we're looking at it in a different way. It's postmodernist thinking. And that's why he that's how I was introduced to it. This way of thinking and why it's so fucking stupid. And why he groaned like he was talking to a child when he's like, "Oh my god, you're an ejectionist." Like, I'm sorry, but things are just objectively true. That chair you're sitting on is made out of wood and plush. The roof above us is made out of stone. The sun is hot. Like, these are just objective things that are fucking true. Like, if anyone like gets onto you for stating objective fact, then you know that you're dealing with a postmodernist. And basically, they're willing to like just scheme and bullshit their way into anything to just pretend that anything is factual no matter what. And that's how you get like people like Bill Nye, who basically convinced themselves that the whole spectrum of gender is a thing because they decided it. Like things are as they believe. Like a postmodernist believes that the concept of water did not exist until man was smart enough to be like, "Oh, that's water." But that's not how it works. Water was always there. Eventually, a scientist, I guess like an early scientist came along and was able to objectively say like, "Oh, this is water. It's formed from the elements of H2O. It is wet. It sustains life, yada 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 yada." But that was always true. We just came along and applied terms and stuff to it. It doesn't mean that water didn't exist until that point. Water, why is this? Oh, here you go too. Thank you for the redeem. Appreciate it. Mwah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Like trying to give you like a philosophical lesson here. But the point is like the postmodernist thinking is like the water did not have any meaning. It wasn't wet. It wasn't H2O. It wasn't any of those things until a person came along, a human being came along and gave it meaning. Until then, it basically didn't exist. But that's not true. When we were fucking monkeys in caves, or excuse me, you guys, because I'm a rabbit. I'm not a human. But when you guys were monkeys in caves, water didn't exist to a postmodernist. It was, but we know that's not fucking true. like, Neanderthals, millions of years ago, were drinking water to sustain itself. It was always water. It was always consistent of hydrogen and oxygen combined together with a suffix that is 2. But we just didn't have a term for it yet. But it's always been that. But the postmodernist thinking is that no, it's not real. It's not objectively water until we say that it's water. That's why they come to these conclusions of like, a woman is whatever I want it to be, basically. There is no objective term or definition for a woman. That's why a man can have a period. That's why you can be a girl no matter what you are. There is no objective biology or objective fact or anything like that. That is postmodernist thinking. And that's why they cling to it, and that's why it's part of the Marxist lens. They have to do that to break you down, to demoralize you, to make way for the communist utopia. Because that's how revolution happens, by convincing you that all of this is fake and not worth it, so we have to continue forward. Exit that. What are you doubting? Are we doubting the water thing or the or the monkey thing? Anyway, I hope that rant made somewhat sense, but like that's just basically some Matrix theory as well. Kinda, yeah, like it doesn't exist until you give it meaning. You know, again, like the whole Nero being the one. But like I believe that postmodernists do believe that reality is real. It's just that it's only real as far as they give it meaning to. At least that's the sense. The Banui is not human. I am not human. What are you talking about? I am Banui. Banui is not human. I mean, I'm human adjacent, I guess. I don't know. Really onto shit that is really happening now. Yeah, like it's kind of scary how Metal Gear Solid and Tom Clancy basically predicted the future, and we're living through it. It's great. It's fucking great. Anyway, that's your fucking philosophical / political science lessons. I hope it made sense. I'm not a professor or anything, but again, I do really recommend watching this interview by Yuri Bezimov. Really, really eye-opening stuff. It's like a 2-hour interview, so like, you know, just so you know. But really, really good content. As for the rest of the stuff that happened, we don't have fucking time. Homework low. You don't have to watch it, just a recommendation. Really quickly, regarding this. So all this happened with Yuki, and basically she blew up. When will I say transphobic rants all the fucking time. I've been saying a transphobic rant for the past, like, 3 hours. When am I gonna blow up? Female privilege, am I right? Anyway, the point is, like, this all kind of, she lost her cup deal. Yeah, but she went from like 600 followers to 7,500. So, I think she's doing fine.
But they sent me.
If I can see like her actual numbers, I think he shows her page around here. God, their page. I can't find it. Oh, no, this cat. That's the other person. There she is. Yeah, 7,500, and I think it's even higher today. It's she's growing like crazy, and she's leaning into it, and she is growing more and more. Before things, she lost her cup deal. I mean, again, like the cup deal is like that's pretty minor in the grand scheme of things. No, female hater confirmed. Like, I just called them out for their bullshit. I ain't hating. I'm just like speaking facts. Yeah, object the truth. That's what I'm about. Anyway, I'll make you a Google Doc. Yeah, get on that Google Doc. Get me 11.8 on Twitch, 11.8K. Jesus fucking Christ. Like I said, I was comparing her to Bao earlier. Like, you can ride controversy to get yourself higher and higher, but Bao fucking fumbled it, whereas Yuki properly. I mean, to be fair, she's like kind of leaning into like the trend of people. Like, more and more people are realizing that this this transgender thing is fucking bullshit, and like you know, normal people are realizing like, hey, this is really stupid. You're being like, come on, like this 14.5k. God damn it, this video is like 4 days ago. She's just exploding. Good for her. Again, when am I gonna get my break for being a fucking controversial / problematic VTuber? Anyway, and mostly kidding. Mostly. Anyway, get on that Docker Kami. But yeah, it's but yeah, she's writing it, and good for her. Like, I'm really proud of her. I also noticed that why are so many of like the base VTubers like lolis? What is with lolis and being like incredibly base? I don't know. It's interesting. This is interesting to point out. Sosibak. I mean, yes, but it's not giving me numbers. I think Bao is just lesser mass lip and people don't like what they see. That's fair. Loli is PDF to normies. I guess that is true. Yeah, so like, you know, so like actual proper well-adjusted people love lolis. If you like lolis, you're good in my book, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, again, Yuki's doing great. If you're not following her, I do recommend it. Like, she's not really like, I don't watch VTubers. I'm following her, but I don't really watch her content. She's kind of like, I don't want to say she's like a typical loli VTuber, you know, like really, you know, like leaning into like all those things, but you know, she's cute. Would plap, yeah. But yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, she's winning. She got out of this and she's fucking winning. Again, the person who made her model is trying to like say that she's going to like get her model taken away from her. Well, 2 things for that. Well, 3 actually. 1, I don't think that she can actually do that. I don't think there's any legal precedent for her to be able to actually force her to give up her model. I imagine her model's pretty good. I imagine it's like at least around $1,000, and like unless there's like some like serious legal clause that you had her write down, that's her model. She can do whatever she wants with it, and it's really fucking stupid and cringy how a lot of there's a lot of like again, a lot of artists are very left-leaning, and a lot of them are coming out and saying like, oh, the character I made for this person who's very problematic, I just want to claim it back. It's mine now. First of all, there's no legal precedent for that. 2, even if you were able to do it, she has a lot more people following, so I imagine she has a lot more money. So I'm pretty sure she could probably find a base artist who's willing to make her a new model. That's as good, if not better. And again, like a base artist would probably be willing, like, hey, I'll do it for you, and I'll do it for half the price that you paid for that model. Because like, I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there who's willing to do that. And yes, that's the last one. With like Leaflet's new tool, somebody can make an AI. She can make an AI model for herself. Now, I'm not a fan of AI models, I made this very clear. However, with cunts like this, trying to pull this shit of like saying like, oh, you can't have it anymore because I don't like your political takes. Therefore, the thousands of dollars you gave me are now null and void and you don't get to use that model anymore. That's fucking bullshit. And so if that's the case, have at it. Use that AI model generator and make yourself a model until you can find, at least as a placeholder, until you can find like a good artist who's willing to make you a proper one. But yeah, like again, like I don't like AI, but if artists are gonna be like this, throw tantrums at their children, again to use VTuber terms, are acting out of line, then you know what? Let them move on it. Let them do whatever they go at it. Use AI. Just make yourself a new model, because like unfortunately a lot of like the people who have the talent to do this kind of work are honestly really just bad people in general. Let's start flaming now and make a fake controversy out of numbers. Yeah, do it. No, unless it was a rental model. Yeah, unless it's a rental model, which I don't think it is, because like nobody uses a rental model, let's be real. Artist TOS is not enforceable by law. Yeah, so I don't think she can even do it, but even if she could, she has plenty of options. I'm sure she has AI, and I'm pretty sure there are plenty of artists who are willing to step up and like make her a new one, at a discount. So I think she'll be fine no matter what happens. Fine, I want my money back, and I'll go elsewhere. Shrug. Yeah, like again, like it's a marketplace. Like if you're gonna be a bitch about it, then people have the right to walk out the door and find something else. You're not entitled to people's service, or not service, to their patronage. And if you're gonna deny them the right to, if you're gonna deny patronage from them, then okay, then they can go somewhere else. It's just simple as this. Scanned this multiple times. When you have no proof, shut up. Anyway, but yeah, I think that's it for tonight. It's already past 11. And I have work tomorrow because I have to run a super event. I wanted to like see what this is, but I have no idea what this is about, and I do not want to watch like a 10-minute video. We're gonna be on that for like an hour. So yeah, we're gonna call it then. Unlike piracy, AI is both a pricing and a service issue. Anyways, I feel like you're so you can't prove it. So source. I deny these claims. This slander. Anyway. Let's go out there, guys. But yeah, like I said, I have made myself I have said the controversial thing, and yet I still have yet to been canceled. Damn it. I need my controversial arc so I can like use it to get numbers and go up in the world, but yeah, no, it hasn't happened yet, unfortunately. Sorry, I made it up. I know you did. Anyway, but still, it's always fun to just hang out. Either way, I still appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Even if our army is still small, we're getting bigger and bigger, so we'll get there someday. That is it for week. Blah 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 blah. That is it for the week. Now so the R. God damn it. That doesn't even get you anything anymore. God, I need to... That's just... never mind. Saying retard literally doesn't do anything anymore. Nobody cares. And if somebody like calls you out on it, everyone would just like look at you like you're stupid and just like ignore you. Anyway. But yeah, that's it for the week. I will try to get the schedule out for Sunday. For next week. Hopefully we should be hanging out with Royan sometime next week, and I would like to start Metro possibly sometime next week. We'll see. So if you're here, good sir, there it is. We're gonna play Metro finally. I know you've been like asking for it, that or Stalker, but you know, we'll do Metro first because it's a shorter game. But yeah, we'll see that. Said no free kisses. You get some free kisses. You guys get a free kiss goodnight. Here, you get a good one right now. Get the summer cut. I will eventually. I'm worried about money right now. Okay, here we go. Good night, guys. But yeah, movie day next week. Yeah, not tomorrow, but next Sunday we should have movie night. And it will be Nacho Libre because we already voted on it. So that's that. Let's see. But yeah, until then, guys, hope you thank you for showing me a good time like you always do. I always appreciate it. Hope you all stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you all again real soon. All right, later. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye bye.